Welcome to the DJ Staples 93 DJ Roundtable on Twitch.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome and happy Monday. Welcome again, yours truly, DJ Staples 93, with another episode of the Roundtable Conversation. We're missing some of our players here today. I see Retro Mix in the chat yelling out Honeycomb. He knows my favorite cereal. So shout out to Retro Mix Toronto. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat already watching. El Hasse, I hope I say that right. Thank you for being here right from the start. But yeah, let's get things going. I'm pretty excited to talk to our guest today, but of course, I've always got my right-hand man helping me out. I guess you could say he's my Ed McMahon of sorts. But let's give it up for Toronto, Canada's very own Impressions DJ, also known as Dan, to his friends. How are you, buddy?
I love that. Ed McMahon. I love that.
You're
that.
Like,
I'll take it. I'll take it, guy.
What's that?
I'll take it. Ed McMahon. I'll take that. I like that.
All right. You're my Ed McMahon then.
I love it.
How was the weekend? Happy Monday.
Thank you. Happy Monday to you as well. I don't think we talked all week. It's funny because I think maybe people think that we're always chatting, but usually weekends we don't talk as much because we have other things going on.
Right.
But yeah, weekend was pretty good. I had my first wedding back on Friday, the first one since November, and it was such a great feeling to be back, man. So good to be back. You know.
And was the crowd like into it right away?
Right away.
Yeah.
Hands up from the ceremony, which the ceremony was off-site. It was about 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
But from the ceremony, as soon as everything was over, like they were cheering and applauding for the bride and groom. And of course, by the time we got to the venue, it was just a killer party. It was incredible. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to touch base on that a little bit, but I don't want to make this gentleman wait any longer than he needs to. So from the West Coast, I've been following him here on Twitch for some time. If you're not following him, you should be. I know that Retro Mix, there's been a raid situation between the two, but I think that's kind of it. His familiarity with some of the Toronto-based DJs, he doesn't know a lot of them, but regardless, he's great at what he does. He's partner here on Twitch as well. Ladies and gentlemen, help us welcome. I still got to get sound effects of clapping. I just realized that. Ladies and gentlemen, help us welcome into our chat this afternoon, Mr. Scotty Fox.
Hey,
there he is.
How you guys doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Hey, I'm great, man. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, I'm again. It was kind of a quick thing, right? I went into your chat. I was like, hey, can you come on and join us? Would you mind hopping on Monday? So I know it was a little bit of short notice, but I appreciate you doing it. It's good to have you.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
Now, Victor Dancer, Victor, who's in our chat.
Yep.
He's making mention already that he's seen you open for the Killers, Coldplay, and Muse.
Yep, that's true.
So we'll get to all that. We'll definitely get to all that.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Love to talk about that
stuff. Retro Mix is here. Retro Mix Toronto is here in the chat. I'm sure he'll be here later. So let's get things started. First of all, how's the weather? Where exactly are you?
So I'm in a city, little town called Daly City, which is right on the border with San Francisco, just down slightly south of San Francisco, down the peninsula. And I live literally right on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. About 200 yards from my house is the ocean. So the weather is terrible here all the time.
I can imagine.
Nothing compared to, like, I know you guys get some, extreme snow and stuff like that. We don't get any of that, but we get a steady 65 to 70 foggy year round.
Oh, you do?
Wow. Mm-hmm. I guess that saves on the fog machine then, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
That bonus. Yeah.
Now, were you born and raised out that way?
Born and raised in San Francisco. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So growing up in San Francisco area, pretty, I would say, anyone that knows music, the San Francisco area back in the 60s, 70s had a pretty big musical influence, I would say, on the rest of the world. What types of music did you listen to growing up, and where did the influences come from?
So my mom actually knew the kind of the Dead and the Airplane, Jefferson Airplane. She was out here. She when they used to live on Fulton, which is kind of a famous street in San Francisco near the Golden Gate Park, they had a couple, it's kind of well known. She used to do deliveries of certain substances
Right.
to them.
Right.
So that, but I moved in with my grandparents when I was about 9, and they didn't listen to music at all. So I was kind of left to my own devices on what I had to come up with. And, that was around 83, 84. And of course, you start seeing on TV and start seeing kids on the corner breakdancing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got into hip hop really early.
Right on.
Through breakdancing, through Beat Street, breaking, just seeing DST on the Grammys, everything like that. So that's exactly what I got into hip hop really early, and I was a super hip hop head. So that's it wasn't until like I got to like later on DJing in high school that I started expanding my my repertoire of music, so to say.
Sure. And what was that the influence that made you say, "Hey, I want to do that"? When you saw DJs scratching and doing their thing?
Yeah. So I was into breakdancing, but I wasn't very good. I was kind of a chubby little kid, so I was fairly terrible. But I had a boombox, and I was the one on my block that had the boombox.
Right.
So I was always in charge of the music. So that was my thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be the one. I'd put together tapes of like, just Rocket by Herbie Hancock 5 times in a row, or the, Herbie Hancock mega mix. So we could all break to different, like Egyptian Lover, stuff like that. So, so I was in charge of that. And then, but to be honest, in that time, I'd seen DST on the Grammys. I'd seen, obviously, like I said, Beat Street breaking, but I was a white kid and I thought, well, I can't do this. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not allowed to do this. And it wasn't until the Niners won a Super Bowl in '85 against the Dolphins, and they had a big party downtown, and I went with some like friends, and their dad took us, and there was a guy DJing, and he was a white guy, and I was like, oh my God, I'm allowed to do this. And I mean, it's kind of tongue in cheek, but it's kind of true. And that was Michael Erickson, who was a very well-known guy out here. And then, of course, we also had, as I got in learning about DJing, Cameron Paul, who is pretty much, one of the architects of DJing out here in the Bay Area. And so, but I didn't really know how to get into it. I didn't know what to do. Like I'd seen it, and it wasn't until, in '89 we had that earthquake. Yep. So we had school off the next day. No school the next day after the earthquake, literally. So I went. My friend Sunil was like, "Yo, come by my house. I got to show you something." I was like, "Okay." So I went by his house, and he had just gotten a pair of turntables.
Nice.
Like some belt drives, JVC brand or something, terrible, with a little ATIS or pyramid mixer. I forgot. But the point is we spent all day that day trying to like figure it out and learn how to like let the record go on the, because belt drives are terrible. But that was '89. And that was October '89. And by December of '89, I had my first 1200. And then I got my second in April of '90 and haven't stopped since.
Do you still have the same turntables by chance?
I do.
Nice. Very nice.
They're sitting over on a shelf collecting dust, unfortunately, but I do have them.
That was going to be my next question. Do they still work?
Oh, they work. They work just fine. It's just because I'm using the Rain. I have 4 turntables just sitting, and then I have the Rain 12s that I actually use. And then I have a controller in my mobile booth that I use for mobile DJing.
Do you remember the first record you bought for DJing purposes?
Okay, so there's two different. The first record I ever bought when I was a kid was Color by Numbers by Culture Club. I bought the album, but the first record I ever bought when I got into DJing was RoboCop by the Sleazy Boys.
Nice.
Which was like an electro dance record.
Yeah,
because that stuff was big out here, and then freestyle stuff, and then I started buying like I would go, because I lived about 6 blocks from a Tower Records, which is a kind of a West Coast record store, and they had a vinyl thing, and I would go up there after school constantly, and just I would be buying records. So maybe one or two at a time, but everybody was buying freestyle, but I was like, ooh, I want to buy some NWA 12 inches or stuff like that. So yeah, I got really into it really fast. I was hooked. I mean, you guys know.
On a side note, we actually had Tower Records out here in Jersey as well, and I remember. I'm sure by you as well, but they actually had listening stations. Right? You could sit and, mind you, when I was there, it was like a CDs. But regardless, it was cool that Tower Records had that sort of a thing because not many other did it.
But they didn't have that for vinyl. They didn't have that for vinyl back then. So you kind of took your chances. Like, oh, this cover looks cool. I'm gonna buy it. Oh, this is terrible. Why did I buy this record? You know.
Exactly. Did you have spots by you though in the Bay Area, like in Toronto? I know growing up, we did have specific stores that sold records mainly for DJs. So you could say, "Hey, play this." They had a DJ in store. They'd open it up, still in the plastic.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that's what I want.
Oh yeah, we had we had Star Records, which I used to go to in downtown San Francisco quite a bit. Amoeba, which is pretty much worldwide, like famous, but that kind of came later, and I never really wanted to go there. It's too big. But Star Records in the city, and then we had places like Upstairs down in San Jose, and then this place called Ultrasounds opened in 1993, kind of near the airport here, and I used to go there, and a friend of mine actually owned it, and we became friends a lot. And then I would like literally, at one point, I would go there and just hang out all day with them and just kick it and just be like, they're like, you know, I was like, oh, I don't really have a job anymore right now, so I'm just gonna hang out. And they're like, dude, you're here so much. Why don't you just work here? So I did.
There you go.
Nice.
So I worked there. On Ultrasounds was probably one of the top DJ-oriented stores in the Bay Area. And I worked there from like 94 to like 99. And that kind of like benefited me immensely because I met everybody in the Bay Area and was able to like, you know, expand my contacts, be able to turn in demo tapes to radio. And that's how I got on radio. We started doing remix records. It was, I mean, selling mix CDs. It was an amazing time. I mean, it was so much fun.
Before I go on, and
sorry.
No, it's all good. Before we go on, I want to bring in the other member of their panel who's always late.
Yeah.
I apologize, Scotty, to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mike Harding, Toronto Zone.
Hey,
there he is.
Hey, Mike.
Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you.
How are you? Hi, guys. Dan, what's going on? Staples, how are we?
We're good. You're fashionably
Great.
late as always.
I had the shower. I had to bring it down to the COVID. This is the COVID cut. I had to bring it down because I knew we had a celebrity with us today.
Oh,
absolutely.
Where? Who? Yeah, I mean, Impressions is pretty famous. Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
That's it. How are you, sir? I love your streams. I don't know what I've missed, so.
We just spent the last 10 minutes talking bad about you, but it's all good, Mike. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and how much I love 80s.
Yeah.
Mike, Mike, you've rated into Scotty's channel, correct?
Yeah, a few times. I enjoy his show. I've actually learned a few goodies that you throw on from time to time. I'm just like, man, this. And I'm going to give you a specific, too. And I don't know if you're a wrestling fan.
Oh, of course I am. Huge.
But that wrestling Land of a Thousand Dances.
Oh, I love it.
I haven't heard that, and I'm almost 50. I'm 49 years old, so my era was Hogan and all that.
Same.
Yeah.
Loved it. So when you do these shows, I'm like, I get it. I get where you're going with all this stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, man! I forgot all about this. You know, so it's always good to listen to your show, and I'm a fan. So
thank you.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
I mean, I'm 47, so that was my era of music too. It's just I gravitated more to hip hop in the 80s, but you know, it was always around. You couldn't get around MTV or having that music around you. It's just so I love stuff like that. Plus, in wrestling in the 80s was just everything to me.
First hip hop record or CD?
Oh, the first. Well, we talked about the first record I bought was Sleazy Boy, RoboCop by the Sleazy Boys. That was like a electro bass record, but I was buying like NWA at the time too. Very first CD I ever bought was the DOC album because I had just got a CD player, but I was buying vinyl way before that. So yeah, it was NWA was like my thing. Too Short, of course, stuff like that.
I'll open that question up to Staples and Impressions. What are your thoughts on this, boys? What was your first CD? I mean, you could say first record. I mean,
wow.
But CD.
First CD.
When it came,
I was working at
came out.
TKFM 99.9. First CD was a CD promo. One song, "Touch Me." The house. I forget who the band was, but it was like
Kathy Dennis.
No, not Kathy Dennis, but it might as well have been Black Box. It all sounded the same back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was called "Touch Me" or something. Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Maybe.
And then my first hip hop cassette was Public Enemy #1. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
See, mine was actually along the lines of Black Box. It was
Of course it was.
yeah, it was. It was not. It wasn't Domino Dancing. It wasn't Pet Shop Boys. It was Domino Dancing, but I can't remember the artist. I can't remember the artist as well.
All day. That's Pet Shop Boys. No.
Not a Pet Shop Boys. No, it wasn't Pet Shop Boys. It was more along the lines of Black Box kind of thing. Cassette wise, though, the first cassette I remember that I bought, and actually we kind of went in, was one of the first cassettes that I remember buying was NWA.
Right on.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember cassette wise. I remember going to a Rainbow Records and getting the first Fat Boys album and Egyptian Lover on the Nile back in like '84.
Wicked.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mine was Rob Bass. It Takes Two, because It Takes Two came out and it joined me, and that was the first CD I actually physically bought as a young kid, and I was just like, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. And then it was your Public Enemies, and Ice-T was another one in my later years for high school. Was
oh yeah,
I was cool back then. I
only bought the Ice-T album because his wife was on the cover. I didn't.
Darlene.
Yeah, it had one song, "Colors," from the movie Colors, which I loved.
Yep.
Otherwise, I bought it because his smoking hot wife was wearing barely like a Borat bathing suit.
And on the flip side of the record or the CD, depending on what you bought, she had like a shotgun or something down her leg. It was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So Mike mentioned he said earlier about him coming into your stream and then saying, listening to music and things like that, just getting ideas. So do you ever do that? Do you ever go, other than going into people's streams, do you ever go back to your old collections, to your old vinyl, through them, your CDs, whatever it is, and kind of look back to see what's there to get ideas? Because a lot of times we forget about songs.
Right? What I do is I like to listen to old mixes that I had done from various years throughout back in the radio days in the 90s, or mixes I started making, and then just mostly, I mean, the songs I'll always remember, but it's maybe the little break things. Remember, like like some of the Jeep Beats type stuff, the Kenny Dope type breaks and stuff that we had back in the 90s, like those things I remember, or some of like the dancehall stuff with the hip hop beats and stuff that I'd kind of forgotten about, stuff like that. And then as far as the 80s stuff, I try to find artists that I like, and then find other songs by them that I may have forgotten about. Like everyone can play Karma Chameleon, but there's a ton of like Culture Club stuff to play, or like, Oingo Boingo records that besides Dead Man's Party and stuff, stuff like that, And I just, I like to find those records that are like, dude, like when I play the wrestling thing, most people won't care, but because Mike lived it, that makes me feel awesome, because at least one person really dug it.
So awesome. Yeah. Like it brought me back, and certain songs do this, and the panel will testify. It brings you back to that time. And maybe because I'm a big 80s fan, I play it on my channel as well. But it just brings you back to that youth. And when I heard that, I was like, I cannot believe he's dropping this. This is incredible. So it's good, and your numbers show it. So it's like you have a great following, and obviously, if Staples wants you on this panel, you're doing something right.
I appreciate it.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
But I'm very blessed. I'm just very lucky. I think it's a matter of my time slot when I started doing the mornings, which is the mornings for the West Coast, and it kind of, midday for the East Coast, it just kind of worked. Right? When I started doing that early, it just kind of flowed and it kind of fit. And I think I just got lucky, starting that. And the community that I've built is just amazing. I mean, they're just so much fun, so many good people,
Yeah, no, it's a great it like how did they ask? And Staples, I'm sorry if I'm just asking questions.
No, go for it. That's why you're here.
I'm just rambling off. How did you find out about Twitch? Like, what was your first kind of like? This is a platform I have to get on, or
I've known about Twitch. I have a 22-year-old son who's a huge gamer, and he's been doing Twitch for a while. And of course, we were all, when the pandemic hit, we were all doing Instagram and that, and then of course. They started every time he'd like, oh, I'm playing this. Yeah, we're going. All of a sudden, boom, shut down. It's like,
yeah.
So then it was, my son was like, dude, just there's a couple DJs starting stuff on Twitch. You should check it out. So that was like April of 2020. Signed up, got my first account, and did my first stream on Twitch in May of 2020. But and I've talked about this on other streams. Like, I'm not exactly unknown out here in the Bay Area. I've had a pretty long career. I'm pretty well known out here.
Yeah.
I have a pretty decent following, but Twitch can be an ego killer, like
Absolutely.
Massively.
Really?
Like I would have, hundreds of people on Instagram, maybe even like 1,000 people watching Instagram. And then it's like, okay, here goes my Twitch stream. Everybody's going to be here, right?
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah.
like eight people. And it's like, and so when I started doing Twitch, and I wasn't consistent with it. I didn't realize that was a big thing. I didn't really like, I would just pop up, oh, I'm going to be here on Monday night or, Tuesday afternoon. It wasn't like a regular set schedule. So people were having a hard time finding me. Yeah. I wasn't having as much fun with it. Plus, when I first started, I knew nothing about it. Like I knew what it was, but all the nuances, the bits, subs, mods, like people are asking me like, where's your this and that? And I'm like, I don't know.
Mod, yeah.
Well, what is a hype train? I don't know. Like I didn't know any of this stuff. So I kind of got discouraged and I kind of bailed on Twitch about August of 2020. I was like, this is not for me. I'm not feeling it. So I took a month off in August 2020. And during that time, though, I'd made associate, of course. Then I just saw in my bank account a little note like, oh, Twitch deposit. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Hello.
Yeah. And it was a lot more than I thought it would be because I didn't think I was doing anything.
Yeah.
And
does your son get a cut of that?
He gets nothing. He gets. He got a free education and place to live for a while. So that's
there you go.
But and so then with the help of a friend of mine, his name is he goes by IMKC. They were doing streaming on Friday nights. He's like, yo, just come to my house. I have a big setup. Just stream with us. So I started doing that with him, and he and I would just log into my account at his house, and he set up my mods. He started setting up all my stuff for me, like commands and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. So now I started to get it. And then October of 2020, I woke up in the morning and I was like, you know what? I was like, I want to listen to some music in the morning, like 8 in the morning out here. So I went on, and Twitch was desolate. There was one DJ who was sitting in his bed with a little controller and playing real gangster trap stuff that I was like, I don't want to hear that. And I was like, okay, let me just the next day, it was a Tuesday, and I went on, played some 80s music. I was like, well, if people who are going to go to work or might be at work early, they might like that.
Yeah.
First day worked. Then I was like, okay, you know what? Every day, let's go. And I've been doing it since October of 2020 every day. So, and it's, nice. I mean, it got really big, really fast. It's kind of slowed down now a little bit. We're still around the, 200, 300 range. But at one point it was 500 people. It was crazy. It was getting out of control. But it was, It's fun, man. It's fun, and the community that we've built. We call it the Fox fam. And shout out to Soul Rays. He's in here. I see him. He's like my super mod. And they've just been amazing. Oh, and Integral Pirate's here too. She's just perfect. And but like you, Mike, you're in our chat. You see it. Everyone's cool. There's no problems. Everyone's just, and we could get
the music that it's the era of that. And I think everyone's they all say hi. They're all, hey, oh, hi, DJ Mike, or hey, you know, whatever. And then you give the shout outs. It's a great, like, it's.
And it's funny because we will like get into these discussions of just pure nostalgia, like, you know, like, because on my stream, one of the layouts I use for the 80s, it's very video game based because I also collect retro consoles. And so people love talking about that stuff or commenting on that because I was all into video games and stuff throughout my whole life. So it's a lot of fun. And you know, I could go on talking about the 80s stuff, not just music, like pop culture, wrestling, toys, like video games forever, you know, and I wish I could. And it kind of gives me an opportunity to do that with people while I play music. So it's kind of fun. Hey, Emily Ann.
Screen that you're in, the actual video game. I had those. They were about the size of a beer can, maybe a little bit bigger, but they actually had a little joystick, a Galaga, Donkey Kong, and I think Pac-Man were the ones. And it took like 4 or maybe it was 6 like C-size batteries.
Huge.
Yeah, I had those as a kid. I was like this, and we were like, that was, whoa, you have that? That's so cool. I wish I still had them. I don't even know where they are.
Yeah, I wish I had the Pac-Man one, and I had a Qbert one, which I actually been looking for a good image of the Qbert one so I could make another layout with that, but I can't find a good picture of it. So, but yeah, that's why like I said, nostalgia is so powerful, and it's such a motivator, and you know, people love it, you know, and like you said, when you come into my channel and you come to you're gonna get that feeling. You're gonna be fully embraced in what we're doing. Yeah, like if you're gonna be watching, you know, you're watching the videos, you got 80s stuff going all around you. I keep all my emotes per stream, like, you know, relevant to what's going on in the stream. So it's fun, man. It's really given me, Twitch has really given me a way to express myself and my love for the 80s music, man, for real. And also other stuff too, because I don't do just 80s, but that's just kind of what I'm known for now.
Yeah. Have you taken it to a mobile gig, like a club gig or something?
So like, it's a stream?
The show, like the stream,
No.
You have the 80s. Have you approached a boat cruise or something like?
Oh, I've done those before. Like we have the iHeart I Love 80s station here in the Bay Area, and I used to do all their events with like Martha. You remember Martha Quinn from MTV? Yep. She used to host, and I used to DJ on the boat and stuff. And I mean, we couldn't really do video and stuff because the boat was like, but we would be all in costume, of course. And dressed, and you know, and of course playing the best music around. So it was amazing. So, but yeah, I do that a lot. And every time they have like one of those big like 80s like multi-artist concerts, I've always like DJ to open those and stuff like that.
So you're the go-to guy in your area for that style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to as a DJ?
Yeah.
Well,
excluding the three of us in the panel.
Of course.
Well, there was Cameron Paul and Michael Erickson were two like legendary founding DJs in the Bay Area, and the Bay Area also had a very large mobile DJ scene in the 80s, like of crews and stuff. And we were part of that. We had a crew. We started and there was like, and there's a DJ who's pretty famous on Twitch and pretty famous worldwide, who I grew up with, Shortcut, who was like, Invisible Scratch Pickles, I think. But his crew, when they started in the late 80s, and my crew were like combined, we were like an alliance. So I've known Shortcut pretty much since I was like 14. And we came up together. We took different paths because he became a battle DJ and became like super good, and I'm just kind of like whatever. But we're still friends and stuff. But it's like, you know, you don't have to look up to people who are older than you. You can look up to people who are younger than you, because there's cats like Jay Espinoza is out here, who's literally the best in the world.
Yeah.
And I've known that kid since he was like
tons of mixes.
brand new.
Every DJ in this panel has something from him.
Yeah, and he's like, you know, I was DJing this club out in the East Bay called the Outpost, and it was like just some small, and they had these little kids opening up for us, like, and I was already on the radio by this point, and I was already, you know, kind of developing a following, and these little kids were like maybe young, 14, 15, and this one kid gave us his demo tape, and I listened. Me and my buddy Chris the Rebel listened to this demo tape, like, wow, this kid is dope. This was, I want to say, either late, like 2000, and so we got in touch with the promoter, and we're like, yo, who were those kids that opened? Who's this kid? And he's like, I was like, oh, who's this one guy? And I won't mention his name, the DJ. Right. And the guy goes, you sure you listened to his tape? I was like, well, yeah, he gave me the tape and said it was his. He's like, no, that's not his. That's this kid Jay's tape. So I guess someone had tried to pass off a Jay Espinoza tape as his own. So then we eventually we found Jay Espinoza. He was one of the little young kids, but we just didn't know him. We brought him to Jazzy Jim, who ran the radio station here, and then that's when Jay first got on the radio. And of course, now he's literally best in the world. Just yeah. So but like his
Brooklyn Clan and stuff. I don't know if he has his own stuff or his own site or something, but
no, he doesn't.
Great stuff, guys. If you don't know, get it. It's good.
Yeah, he's got good edits and stuff. But yeah, and there's like a ton of DJs in the Bay Area, and we're all a pretty tight community. I mean, Jazzy Jim would be probably he was pretty much a legend out here, and he would be the one I would be most influenced by. But even like my peers, there's like cats like Jose Melendez, does Twitch every day at noon. Obviously, the Scratch Pickles guys are out here, but I didn't really scratch much. And of course, I know Dave Paul. But I you know what, Victor Dancer, I didn't know Dave Paul personally until Twitch, even though he's out here, which is crazy. You know, I didn't know him until Twitch. I mean, I knew who he was, but I never knew him.
Yeah.
But you know, you're constantly influenced by DJs, and constantly just, you know, there's the pirate DJs out there. We have so many DJs; it's so hard to name. There's like a million DJs. The Bay Area is kind of a mecca for DJing. So
yeah, Toronto too. Like we've got a lot of good, talented. Guys out here. It's just like, you know, Scratch Bastard. They're starting from scratch. I mean, these guys are worldwide and based out of Toronto, doing their thing. You know, so it's good.
Yeah. It's great. Well, I guess it would come from like guys have a large Jamaican population up there, and that's what kind of starts the DJing aspect of it, and then it starts spreading out. Like we have a huge Filipino population here in the Bay Area, and that's the DJing comes out a lot of that. Like you can't go to a Filipino community without seeing 12 DJs. You know, it's just how it is. So I mean, that's the community I was raised in and grew up in, and I came up with them, and so that's you know, it's just a good thing, and I encourage like kids like to do it. Like, you know, hey, if you want to DJ, I know it could be expensive and stuff, but I look at it like this. I was out all the time in high school. Friday and Saturday nights we were gone out, but my grandparents who raised me always knew where I was, because where were you at? I was DJing. I wasn't out getting in trouble, which I very well could have done, knowing me, but I was DJing, and that kept me on the straight and narrow for so long.
Yeah, for sure.
And starting off for like, especially younger kids when they're starting off, I mean, you got to look at it of, do you just jump right in and you just start buying all the equipment and everything, or do you slowly build up to it? Right? Like there's two different ways you can do it. And I honestly think like it's DJing is not something that you could necessarily jump right in and do it, but is it the best choice to do it like that?
I mean, it's easier now, I would say. You can get like a $300 controller, and that would get you started right now. Whereas back then, I had just I got, like I said, I was lucky enough and I was blessed enough. My grandparents gave me a $1,200 for Christmas.
Nice. Wow.
That's awesome.
And then I had to save up money to buy the second. And then by work
right there. That's incentive. That's you
exactly
harder, and you're gonna. I have this. And
right.
one more piece. If I mow that lawn or shovel that whatever, I got the next piece.
Right.
And then in your head, I find like I started very young, and I'm assuming our panel here as well. I think we've touched on it. We've all started at a very, very young age, and I think guys that are doing it now, it's not just we just jump into it and hey, I'm a DJ, but guys that take it really seriously started young. They were doing it at like grade 6 dances, and they were doing their little, grade 7 and 8 middle school kind of dances and stuff like that, and then high school, and then did every roadhouse, any gig that we possibly do. You probably got amazing stories of some of the shitholes you've had to play over the years.
Oh my God, dude.
To build up to where you are now, and that's the part. That's the fun part.
Yeah, our very first gig, none of us could even drive. We had to have our friend's dad drive us to the gig. We were 15 when we were 15 when we started our crew. But by 18, we had a very large collection of gear, a really nice setup, and we were actually doing very well for ourselves. Like it was just, like as I said, schools, that stuff like that. That was fun. If you want, I can tell you a story about the worst gig I ever did. I don't know if we have time. Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
You have time.
So, we 1993, we had already graduated high school. One of our guys went off to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which is about 3 hours south of here. And he was like, yo, I'm trying to get us gigs down there and stuff. So I booked us this frat party. You guys throw the gear in the van and come down. So we did. Me and my one guy, Dominic, we threw everything. And we brought in his parents' minivan, we threw 2 Quakes. We put truss on the luggage rack and zip tied it on because we didn't know anything about ropes or anything stupid like that. Just idiots. Yeah. We get down there and he's like, we get to San Luis Obispo and he's like, oh no, the gig's at this campground about 45 minutes from here. They have a generator for us. So we go out there. It had rained, so it's just completely muddy. We can't get the van down the hill into the campground, so we have to carry everything. These guys, and so we bailed on half the setup. I'm angry. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go home. Forget this. We get down there. We set up. We have literally 1 speaker in our turntables and 1 light. That's all we were like. Yeah, that's enough. We're playing music. They don't care. They don't care one bit. They just want to go with the girls in the bushes and do whatever and drink. So we're like, cool, whatever. We're just having more fun playing music for ourselves. Then they're like, okay, everybody line up. And they lined up all their pledges right in front of our system and threw beer all over them. So of course, beer. So then I was like, you know what? Forget it. I don't want to cuss on your stream, but this. I shut everything off. Because I literally saw beer go right into the faders and everything. I was like, no, I shut everything off. And then these guys didn't like that. They were not very happy. And they started throwing things at us. They were throwing Oreos and oranges. And one guy came over like he was going to start beating our ass. And then one dude pulled up a pickup truck. He's like, yo, you guys have to get out of here now. So literally no cables wrapped up. Just throw everything in the truck. And he threw it, and as he's driving us out, they're still throwing stuff at us and stuff. And that was a hell gig. That was kind of scary. I mean, we were just 18 or 19. These we're not all. I'm 5'6". I'm not a big dude, and these dudes were huge guys. So we were in a bad situation. So that was probably the worst gig. I mean, I've done a lot of hood stuff, a lot of stuff in Oakland, Richmond, some real ghetto, huge, scary stuff, but I've never felt more scared than that one right there. Yeah.
Listen, real quick, Scotty,
Sorry.
I want to introduce you to somebody else. I know there's been raids between the two, one way or the other. So finally, last and certainly not least on our panel, I'm going to introduce you to him the proper way, Mr.
Oh, hey, yeah, I know this guy. What's going on, man?
Essentially, it's the first time you guys are seeing each other, correct?
No, I've seen him on camera.
I've never seen you on camera.
Yeah.
No one wants to see this on camera.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Thomas, how are you? He's got a great face for radio.
I do.
Hey now.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. Well, nice to meet you in person for real. Well, not in person, but virtually, you know.
Yeah, feel free to read us anytime.
Oh yeah, hey, I like you guys stream. It's a lot of fun. You guys play good music, man.
I try. It's an all request show, so every request, no matter what it is, we'll play it. Even the cheesy shit, we'll play it. And
how do you do that, man? That would kill me.
I have great mods who keep track of all the songs, and they whisper them to me. That's why I go on, and then I just go through them, and I play every single one of them as much as if I'm missing something, I'll announce it that, hey, unfortunately, I don't have a video for this. It happens once in a blue moon, but I mostly have a video for everything. But yeah, it's good.
Oh, right on. Thank you. Good. I'm glad.
Just not getting the numbers that you're getting.
Oh, like I said, I talked about it a few minutes ago. I got lucky. That's all. I just got lucky.
Yeah, and it does come down to, obviously, you're well known, as I heard you say, in your city. Here, it's a little bit different. The clubs didn't really promote the DJs. Like with me, it was all about the night, and I was okay with that. I do have a name, but I had a name like maybe 20 years ago. So. Right. And I'm happy. I don't need to be a partner. I don't need to have 500 people on my show. I take care if it's 10 people or if it's 50 people or 100 people. I treat them all this. I treat it the same.
Oh yeah. I would. I mean, at this point now, if I'm getting to play the music I want to play, I'm fine with whoever's in there. If there's, like I said, if there's 20 people, fine. As long as I'm playing stuff that I want to play and it's making me happy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I don't get many requests as I'd like. Like, some days I'll get like 10 requests. Other days I get nothing. And if they stay, obviously you're playing the right music.
Oh, we're going to see you tomorrow. I'm coming in tomorrow. I'm coming in tomorrow, blazing.
With your 10 people, Mike? All right.
That's it. I got 10 people is 10 people.
That's easy.
I was going to say to Scotty earlier when Harding said earlier, he was, "Oh, I've raided into you," and I was like, "Scotty, when you get those raids of 5 or 6 people, do you care?" Usually,
yes, very much so.
I was really more of a dig at Mike than it was anything.
I know. Yeah, I know, but it's fine. I do like it though. I like it because it's just any new people, any new eyes, any one person. It's fun for me. I'm happy, and we'll always acknowledge those people and try to talk to them, and try to make them feel welcome, man. I mean, I think that's one thing my mods and my community do very well is we're very welcoming. But I think everybody's like that on Twitch. I can't imagine people being jerks, but I guess it's out there.
They're out there.
There's the odd one.
Be in the panel, some of them, but they're out there. Are you familiar with the way? Are you?
We just keep pointing up. So
I'm just gonna keep asking the question. Are you familiar with guys out on the West Coast? Do you know Metal Social Sunday, Britt? Do you know him?
Oh yeah. I've known. I knew Britt way before Twitch.
Oh, you did?
He's a friend of a really good friend of mine, like my brother. I've known him my whole life. And then so like when Britt had his old band, the Substitutes and stuff, like I've known them since those days. So yeah.
Wow.
I've only known him because of Twitch, but we've become buddies, and I hope when he comes to Jersey we'll get together. Because
he's out there. He's from there. But
who's in the chat? Why don't you send him the link and get him in here?
He is. I saw him earlier. Britt was in here earlier.
Britt, I'm going to list you the link if you want.
Here he is.
And what about Bracktune? Do you know Jason Bracktune out of Hollywood, California area?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Not many people do. He's pretty. And he's not that famous. I'm just, he's good. He's another West Coast guy. He does a lot of the alternative stuff. Tonight, actually, one of the things we touched on before about, moving forward, do you think you'll take Twitch to your events and broadcast from your events? He's been doing that on his Monday nights. I forget the name of it now off the top of my head, but what he's been doing is he's back in his club Monday nights. He's live, and so he's been streaming from there as well. So moving forward, do you think you might see something like that in your future, Scotty? Do you think maybe you'll do Twitch from an event or no?
I mean, maybe, but I hadn't really thought about it, and I don't want to do that if I can help it, because when I'm DJing live, I kind of want to just focus on like the crowd that's in front of me. And I know there's people that like they'll DJ and then like they won't talk to the chat. They'll just be DJing, which is cool. That's the problem because the people are still getting the music. But I've seen people do it, and I'm not saying Bracktoon does this. I don't know how he does it, but I've seen people like, like they're at a live club, but the camera's just pointed at them, and it's like, well, you're not even talking to me, and you're just playing. I mean, that's not really interesting. I kind of want to see what the crowd's doing. So
yeah.
But there's a difference that way too. Like when you're live or you're on Twitch, kind of thing. Like you're live. It depends how the logistics are of everything. But even when you're at a club, the logistics of everything are a little bit different too. But do you find a difference with that? Like what do you think is when you're live on stream? Mm-hmm. What are some of the we'll say fun parts? What are the best parts about being live on stream that you can't do in a club or you can't do at an event? And then vice versa. What are some things that you can do live at an event that you can't do on stream, kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I can actually, even though I try not to do it too much, but we can have conversations over the music, kind of like in and out. Like I said, we could talk about like old wrestlers or old video games or stuff like that. Like I can't be at the club and be like, yeah, what's going down? Yeah, remember Junkyard Dog? He was the coolest, right? Like it's
Coco Beware, let's go.
Yeah. Where is Frankie? Is he dead? Is that parrot dead? You know, I mean, come on, like stuff like that. Like it's and
I'm gonna hype the crowd though. You might be onto something here. I'm gonna try it my next show.
Yeah, but I don't. Also, the clubs that I do aren't exactly like the music that I want to play on Twitch either. Like the clubs I do out here is like, hip hop stuff and stuff like that. And I mean, I could do that on Twitch, but it's whatever because I've been doing that for so long. It's like I don't do any 80s. We don't have any 80s clubs out here anymore. Mm-hmm. So I did that for years. I wish I'd had Twitch like back in 2010 when I was doing that. That'd be so much fun. Yeah. But yeah, I get more of an interaction with people 1-to-1 or 1 to like 5 or 10 on Twitch. Whereas in the club, you're just kind of playing and then people want to dance and they're doing their thing. They're not coming up to talk to me unless they're asking for Bad Bunny for the millionth time. So I get it. And I think it'd be cool. We also know, I mean, I don't know how it is for you guys, but clubs are notoriously terrible for having Wi-Fi or anything you could like rely on. Yeah. So if I'm going to do it, I really don't want, but I'm sure like if I talk to a club and set it up, like I'm sure Bracktoon has it like where he's there every Monday. He's got the infrastructure set up now for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. And it doesn't look like we're going to be in clubs again for a while anyway. So, because
what's going on with that out by you?
Oh, they're going to start. I mean, they kind of shut it down. Like you have to be vaccinated to go in the club. And if you're not vaccinated, you can't go. And then also they're kind of just like, I just see that it's going back to that where they might shut us down again. So,
I know for Bracktoons on the Monday night, it used to be free will at the beginning, but now you have to be vaccinated and show proof in order to get in. So.
Well, you said he's in LA.
Yeah.
Because LA is way out of control with it. So yeah, I mean the Bay Area is a little better, but it's getting bad again. Unfortunately, what could we do?
Yeah, no, I hear you. So we talked about, the early gig and the frat boys and stuff. What is one of your more memorable events that you've done or?
Oh, man.
I know you've done a lot. I know recently you did something for the Chargers and you had a nice big crowd there. Is there one thing that really sticks out to you though? Like, I mean, that was one of the best.
I've done, that's not even close. Right. I've done, so I work at the radio station in LA, and I've worked in radio since '96. So I worked at, which we had a station here called KMEL, which is the #1 urban station out here. And we used to have Summer Jam every year. So I DJ'd for 10 years at all the Summer Jams, which is crazy, like 15,000, 20,000 people. For the Alt 98.7 in LA, I do all their events, which is an alternative rock station, and like their alter ego shows for iHeart. I opening, like I said, that's where the Killers, Muse, Blink-182, Billie Eilish, we open it. And there's like the last couple ones were at the Forum which is next to where the new stadium is, the legendary Forum where the Lakers used to play. Then that's like looking at 18,000, 20,000, and there's nothing like playing for a crowd that size, especially when you can get them to start singing along and reacting to stuff. And I've done a lot of those type of events where it's just huge mass of people, but it's not just that there's a lot of people, it's that they're there for the music and they're into the music. And if you can get them, like I had like the crowd at the Chargers one, I was a little nervous because that was the first time I'd been back outside in a long time.
Sure.
And that old feeling just came right back once they started singing along to songs, and you could cut out and you've got 6,000 people singing right back at you.
It's like riding a bike.
Dude, yeah. And it's like, inject that right into my veins, that feeling, I mean, be honest, that's kind of why we do this. I mean, that's that feeling, that tingle you get when that crowd is that loud and they're singing. That's why I do this. I've been doing that. I've been chasing that high since I was 15. Since the first time I played at a house party and a couple girls were like, "Ooh, you're dope, white boy." I've been chasing that feeling for a long time. So
I was going to ask you, somebody else who's, like myself, who's familiar with the energy you get from playing in front of 15,000 people. I'm kidding. How does that make you feel though? Like when you're there, and like, does it just like take over the adrenaline and you're like, this is phenomenal. And you just,
it's so big, you can't see people. Like you can't see individual people. You're just kind of like a sea and a mass, but you're just, what you're doing. You know what songs you're playing. You know where you're going to go. You know what you want to do. So like it is almost like like an obviously it's an endorphin rush, but I mean, I've never been a drug guy. I've never felt anything, but that's kind of what I imagine taking drugs would be. I mean, that's just, it's just an amazing thing. And it's I mean,
who knows about that?
well, there you go. I mean, but then you know.
I've never taken a drug. Well, that's not true. Okay.
Just end it there, Mike.
I just.
You don't get the same kind of rush off of a chocolate chip cookie, Mike. Just relax.
I was the host of the Toronto Blue Jays for about 5, and I did some DJ stuff when the Buffalo Bills came to Toronto, and I got a chance to play and be in the stadium and hear that echo come back, and like you have all these people in front of you, and the adrenaline rush and that. What you're talking about, that chase of that, I'm nervous as hell, I'm shaking, and all of a sudden you just go out there and you do you.
Yep. I
don't remember what I said, I don't remember what I did, I don't remember what I played, but all I know, it went over awesome and it was great. So that feeling is the rush. It is the chase. It's perfect way to say.
Hey, Buck Rogers here. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro.
Shout out to DJ Buck Rogers. Is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet, Scotty, that you would love to?
Oh, I mean, like, there's a lot of DJs on Twitch that I would love to meet in person. Like, I'd love to someday come out to Toronto and meet all y'all. Or Janus Lavring out in Denmark. Like I have a standing invitation to go out to Denmark to hang with him, and I just want to do that just to see him and his family. Like he's become such a good friend. I've DJed with pretty much most of the big guys. Not obviously never starting from scratch. I mean, I've met him, but I've never DJed with him. So, but I'd like to just sit down and talk to these dudes. I don't really. Because I feel like if we're DJing, it's like everybody's got to do their DJ thing, and I'd rather just like hang out and get to know people and stuff, And then we can all see each other DJ on Twitch, but I'd like to hang out with you guys and go get a beer or something and just eat some poutine or whatever you guys eat up there.
We'll do it.
Pour maple syrup all over it. It's amazing.
Yeah, see that? I imagine so.
Well, listen, I'm not in Toronto, but I'll invite you there anytime.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you're in Jersey, and I would definitely go there.
Dude, we'll go into the city. We'll hang out in Jersey. I'm 40 minutes away from New York. Now that we've done this, I'm down with that. If you are, and of course, Impressions likes to go out and have a beer or two now and then. So I'm sure these guys in Toronto would love to have you as well.
Yeah, man. I once we start opening up, I do plan to to get out more and travel more. You know,
we got like here in Toronto. It's I don't know how it is over there, but here in Toronto, when we meet up with DJs, that's exactly what happens. Guys will just start talking, and we just go on and just have a great time talking about things, and it just happens for hours and hours. You know, next thing you know, you look at it and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh shit, gotta get out of here.
I mean, it's the same thing here because like the Bay Area is not all that big, and the DJ scene, we all pretty much know each other already.
Mhm.
So it's just like anytime you see these guys, it's like old friends always getting back together. So and same thing kind of with the guys from LA, like the Icy Ices and Remarks and some of those guys. Like we see them. I've known Ice since the mid '90s, and you know it's just even though we don't see them that often, it's still family. Or some of the Beat Junkie guys and stuff like that. So it's all family. And then like I said, I'd rather just hang out and eat with them or something than listen to them DJing because we can hear that anytime. You know.
Yeah.
So what do you got coming up? Are you working anything in real life coming up?
Oh yeah, I just had my second wedding back this Saturday. I've got a couple more events. I've got a couple more weddings. I got like 5 or 6 more weddings booked already before the end of the year. But I know there'll be more people. Everyone's just kind of hesitant because are we going in? Are we going out? I know people are and venues are nervous about it. I've got clubs lined up, bunch of events. You know, it stays pretty busy, and then of course I'll still be doing Twitch. Like actually going to add 2 more streams per week. So,
oh wow,
nice. Yeah. Well, you know, I kind of like took not time off, but like I kind of just was focused on the '80s stuff, and then I do my Monday Night Nitro show, which is all like '90s and 2000s rock and pop. But
is that title derived from the WCW days of wrestling?
You goddamn right.
There it is.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Goddamn right.
I love that.
Well, it's actually if you look at the layout. I mean, I'll be on tonight, so it's 11 o'clock for you guys. It might be a little late, and you guys are old. I know you guys want to go to bed. And stuff.
Yeah, but we don't sleep.
But like, yeah, and if you look at it's like I've got all like posters of like DX and NWO and all like it's all wrestling out, and all my emotes are all like wrestling based. But it's because I'm trying to like capture what it felt like when during that time when Nitro and Raw were popping in like say 96 to about 2004. You know, like that's the time period. So let me play the music from that time period. You know, so after you finish watching Raw and you turned on the radio, this is what you were listening to, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's like. But I used to do a hip hop show years ago called the Chop Shop, and you know, I'm like, so I haven't really got to get down with like real deep hip hop or like stuff like that. So I'm bringing that back on Tuesday nights. And then Thursday nights, I'm going to start doing some more R&B stuff with my Room 112 sets. I'm going to come like stuff like that. So I have more time coming up, so I'm going to be adding a little more to it, trying to like, because people are like, oh, it's the 80s DJ. Well, I don't just play 80s. I want to
That's the thing about being pigeon-toed about their pigeon. What is it? What's the
pigeonholed? You get pigeonholed, exactly.
They see you as the 80s guy, and this is the great 80s channel. But I've seen you do a 90s thing, but the numbers are. They're there, but they're not as strong as the 80s ones. So you're the 80s guy, But meanwhile, you're a hip hop guy, or
you're an all around DJ. That's it.
Well, I'm a DJ. I mean, that's just what DJ. I do. And that I like to think there's nothing I can't do. I mean, there's certain genres I'm not great at, but I know that. But like, I like to challenge myself.
Just for argument's sake, what is it?
Well, I'm not strong with Latin music, like deep Latin music. Like I can do the basics that we can all do, but if you try to get me too deep, I can't do it. That would be the only one. Like I can do country, like if I need to, I can do country like anything. I can do. I'm maybe like some deep metal stuff since Britt is in here flexing on everybody.
Yeah,
but I think I could put together a pretty decent metal set if I needed to, and with some deep stuff. Yeah, I mean, I could do a lot of stuff. It's just, is there audience for stuff like that? So, yes. See, Pirate knows. I have country mixes on mine. I mean, I look at I post a lot of mixes on Mixcloud, and you know, RIP to Mixcrate, and you know, that was that I look at these mixes like, can I challenge myself? Can I do a country mix that people will dig? Can I do this? I did a all metal mix called Maximum Overdrive that Britt and I actually helped me out with. I actually called Britt and was like, "Yo, I'm doing this metal mix and I've got these songs, but I need a couple gems, and I know you know them."
Yeah,
and because Britt was in that scene, like that's him.
That's his
yeah,
deal.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love his show so much.
Mhm.
I got turned on. Staples brought me into him one time, and I just listened. And he's like, "Dude, you got to listen. You love all this Motley Crue, Poison,
Yeah,
and all this stuff." I mean, I grew up with that. That was my music.
Yep.
You know, my brother was like Led Zeppelin, Ozzy, and all that. So I got a taste of all that, Black Sabbath. But then I was like, I want my own. So it was like Kiss, and like it just came into Motley Crue, Striper. We kid about Striper. So when he comes into my channel and I see him, I'm like, oh my God, Britt's here. This is so dope. My whole format will switch immediately because I'm like, okay, gotta play some glam, gotta throw some of these gems that I know that are just beauties. I love it when he comes in. I love his show. So I know he's here, but big kudos and thanks for popping in.
Oh yeah, and a lot of his.
Could you send us that link? Could you send the link? Could you email that link to me?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, you're the best. Then I'll share it to you, Mike, because
yeah,
Mike and I are the metalheads here of the group. We love all that stuff.
We love all that stuff, man. It's
I mean, it's pretty. It's not too deep. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of Crew. You're gonna get a lot of like Poison, but you're also gonna get some Britney Fox and some stuff like that too. Yeah, so like bands like that, like you know, stuff. I didn't listen to that stuff back then. I'll admit it. Like I said, I was a hip hop guy. I didn't listen to rock stuff back in the 80s. I was not about it. So I didn't. That's all not new, but like I've never been too deep into it. But now I just finished reading a whole book about that scene in LA and all that, which is amazing book, and it's really like opened my eyes to a lot more of it. So I love all that stuff, man. I love learning about music. I read a lot about music too. I read a lot about like artist bios and like history of certain scenes and stuff. I love that stuff. So it's always learning for me, always educating myself.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Do you have any guilty pleasures? I mean, some people say no, it's not a guilty pleasure because I like it. I just like it. But is there something out there like you're like I kind of like
ABBA.
Glam rock.
Yeah, I love glam rock. I love 70s rock. I mean, everybody likes to crap on the Eagles, but I love the Eagles.
I love
you guys know I do the yacht rock stuff. I've been doing the yacht rock stuff for like 10 years. Like that's always been fun for me. I do that stuff, but I love 70s rock. I love ABBA. Like I love the cheese, like the cheesiest of pop stuff. I mean, just anything I can play that will just make me go, oh my God, I can't believe I'm playing this. Like, I love it. Oh, there it is. Britt brought the link up right there.
Britt's the man. Got it. Thank you.
I'll still email too if you want. So, but if not, you got it. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure.
Sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
He got so excited he wants to clear it now.
The link and it just started playing. I'm such an amateur. I'm sorry, Scott.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. That's
First time with the new gear. Sorry.
No worries at all. But like it, you know, I don't know if it's anything guilty. I just love all kinds of different music, and as a DJ, you got to like, you know, challenge yourself to play anything you can. Like play different stuff, man. You know.
Yeah.
When you're in the car, what do you put on when you're in the car? You're going on a nice little drive, and you're like, oh, I want to hear this today. What do you put on in the car?
Wrestling podcasts.
Awesome.
Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. No, I listen to like Something to Wrestle With or 83 Weeks, stuff like that.
Okay.
But if I'm driving, my driving playlist is yacht rock. I love 80s like power pop, like rock stuff, like REO Speedwagon or like the Chicago songs of that time, Air Supply, stuff like that. And I have mixes of that stuff too. Or like my 8-track, I have a series of mixes called 8-track sessions, which is all stuff you would theoretically find on 8-track, like 70s rock and a little bit of 60s, a little bit of 80s, stuff like that. So A lot of stuff like that. That's what I'm listening to. And then the occasional like DJ Quick album or Eazy-E, you know.
Yeah. We could probably do a whole other hour and a half on just the wrestling references, I think, between all of us. I mean,
Are you a Team WWF or Team WCW?
Well, depending on the time, because 96, everybody was WCW, bro. Come on, man. Well, Scott Hall was always my dude. I mean, I love Hall. Hey, yo, you know. But then, you know, once 98 came around and Stone Cold started really popping off, and the Rock, and I mean, obviously Rock kicked their ass. But I mean, I used to do a wrestling show on radio out here back in the day, and talk about during that time. And because I worked in radio, I got to meet a lot of the wrestlers and stuff. So I was huge into it. I still am. I don't watch it as much anymore. It's just not.
It's not as good as it was, but nothing ever is.
All-time favorite?
All-time favorite.
Shawn Michaels.
All right.
Really?
Nice.
Shawn Michaels is a worker. He's a problem. He's an asshole. He's not a great person, but he's a worker. That dude can make anybody look amazing. He's like next level to Ric Flair. I mean, that's all there is. It's Rick, and then it's Shawn. And honestly, more and more, Jericho is climbing that list, man. Chris Jericho, just from everything he's done from back then in Japan, WCW, WWE, now what he's doing with AEW, bro. Like, dude, Jericho is really high up on my list now.
I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten the okay from Jericho that he's gonna do the show, but scheduling is a bitch. I'm not saying it to toot horns. We have mutual friends. I'm working.
Toot that horn.
No, dude. I'll say this. We have a couple mutual friends, and I'll say this. The night I met Jericho, and then I'll shut up. We were out after a Fozzy show. He was at his hotel. My buddy's like, "Oh, Jericho's pissed because the Uber can't pick him up. Do you think that you could?" And I was already out the door.
Oh, yeah.
So I was in my car with Jericho, listening to Van Halen, talking about Van Halen. We get to the bar, and ironically enough, the Leafs played Winnipeg that night, and he's busy talking. And I hit him on the knee, and I pointed up to the scoreboard. It was 7-1 for the Leafs. He looks up and he goes, "Fuck you." And we went back into conversation. So anyway, that's my little
that is awesome. You know what? I'm just gonna sign off because no story I could tell is better than that story.
No, he's a good dude, man. He really, really is. We'll chat offline.
Whatever. Except I drove Kanye around the city, and he was leaning out the window yelling at girls before he was anybody, when he was just a producer.
Can't beat that. Yeah.
Well, no, he was a douche, but yeah, it's all good.
It's really changed, really.
What do you mean was? Sorry.
Yeah, well, you know.
So, Scotty, listen, we've taken up enough of your time, but I want to say thank you so much.
No, thank you guys.
To chat with you and get in contact and ask you to do this thing that we call our round table here every Monday. And I'm really, really appreciative that you did it.
I'm so happy then. Thank you. I appreciate it so much, man. I love stuff like this. I wish I got to do stuff like this more. So, you know, please, if you ever want to follow up or anything, I'm always around, man. Love it.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch base again. I'm that whole wrestling conversation's circling in my head.
Yeah.
We got to do it for sure. So just let the folks know if they don't follow you, which they probably should. But what's your schedule? Just let the folks know again.
Monday through Friday. This will be all Pacific time because math is hard. So 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific. Actually, 8:30 now. 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time, which would be 11:30 to 1 in the East Coast. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Is the 90s, 2000s rock. I haven't started the Tuesday night yet, and I haven't started the Thursday night yet. So those are coming soon. But for right now, it's Monday through Friday in the morning, and then Monday nights, and then sometimes I'll pop up on Friday afternoons if I feel lucky, you know.
Yeah. Well, dude, seriously, thank you, and I'll definitely be in touch again. Let's definitely keep in communication for sure.
Please.
Yep. And we'll see you in your look for the mustache scrolling across your chat screen. A bunch of mustaches up there for you.
Right on, bro. We'll see it.
Thank you, Scotty, again. We'll definitely chat soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was DJ Scotty Fox from the West Coast. Thanks again from Yeah, he was awesome. Definitely, we got to definitely get him back so we can talk about some more stuff and all that other good stuff.
Hacker,
What's up, gentlemen?
how are
Sorry,
you?
I'm late, guy. With
What are you late with?
Honeycomb.
now I get the sound effects going, right?
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Honeycomb.
I love honeycombs.
Honeycomb.
So let's talk about the
Yeah,
weekend
you just,
day and such. Dan, you worked over the weekend, right?
I did. Yeah, it was honestly, it was such a great wedding. Such a great wedding. And then on Saturday, I completely forgot. And then Caps reminded me that Thomas and
Hold on. Sorry,
Hold on. What the hell just
Thomas is dropping his honeycombs everywhere there.
Thomas, what are those like? What are those honeycombs made out of?
Everybody in the chat is yelling honeycomb.
Honeycomb.
Could you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sure. Sorry, Dan. Before Tom's shelf fell off the wall.
No. I forgot that these guys were down in my area on Saturday night, and I completely didn't even put two and two together for that. So,
Because that's math and that's hard.
yeah.
He only remembers 2 for 1. 2 burgers.
How was your
The price of one.
how was your show on Saturday though?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
You would have to ask Cats. It was all him.
Well, you were there, no?
I was there. I got video, but no, it was good. He was worried about getting into his groove, and I helped him out with some suggestions and stuff. And he was in his groove, and I let him do. I DJ'd maybe twice the whole night because he was just. I didn't want him to. I saw what he was doing. I know he needed the confidence of coming back to doing a wedding, and I just left him be.
Good.
So when he was doing all the work, what were you doing besides calling me on Facebook Live?
Eating.
Should we
Trying to make it
sad.
No,
Enough
I'm joking.
said. Thank you.
I'm
Enough
joking.
said.
I'm joking. No, I stayed away from the stuff. No, I just hung out with him, and then whatever he needed. I hate to say this, I was his ball boy. Whatever he needed. If he needed something to know something that was going on, I went to the wedding planner and found out, hey, what's going on next. I dealt with the venue on certain things, and I was just there for him, just help him out. That's all I really needed me for. So
See, that's the interesting thing, because like Scotty was saying just now, it was going back into it. You know, you wonder how things are, but it's like it really is. It's like riding a bike. You start going on, and it just comes natural to you, right?
Well, we're basically into the thinking alike. Like I suggested to him, Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. Within seconds, a guy comes up and goes, hey, do you have any Whitney Houston? I want to dance with somebody. We look at each other like, see, you know, it was very straightforward. It was a bit of a soca crowd. So, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how Eli is. I'm not a huge soca DJ, but I have a whole folder. I have stuff that I've played before. I actually put on a premix that was made from one of my DJs. It was more older soca, like Tiny Whiny and stuff, and people were grooving into that for a little bit. The groom came up a few times and was just praising Eli and us, saying, hey, this is great. You guys are taking care of everybody. He had kudos from almost every person that came up to him near the end of the night, was giving him kudos for how things were. So I think it helped him a lot. But he doesn't want to do weddings. So,
which I don't get.
We
I love him.
today. I took him to lunch.
I love weddings. Yeah, you guys had lunch today.
He took me to lunch, which you know, if he's in the chat, I don't know if he's in the chat or if he's going to come in later, but I'll say we went for lunch and we had a fun experience, and I hope I sent it in the chat. And I hope you guys can pull it up when he does come.
Pause.
That I sent you.
Yeah, I want to. You want to talk about that a little bit, Mike?
Can you?
I want Cass to be here because it was so fun. It was we just went for lunch.
No, wait till he gets here.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
but Mike, which one? Because I didn't even see these ones yet.
Any of them. Any of the videos are just fun. They're just. It was just.
Brad, can you do it? Or no, I can see if I can.
Yeah.
Staples, you got any honeycomb?
Do I?
In the chat?
How's that?
That's perfect. Here you go, buddy. Where are you? Are you over here?
Oh yeah.
There,
You're hanging with DJ.
There you go.
It's an inside joke. People don't realize what we're doing.
No, it is.
Or maybe they do.
Maybe not.
I don't think they do.
Vinny's got a question. Dan.
What's that?
DJ Vinny Vegas, excuse me. Sorry. All the Vinny's look the same to me.
So, speaking of, so we're working on the next battle for actually to do tomorrow. Hopefully, if all, we're going to try and do an all-female DJ battle. If they are all ready to go tomorrow.
No, Vegas can get in there. It's good for Vegas. He can get in.
Pause.
That's
and
it.
What type is it? What type of battle is it going to be? Is it just going to be that they're all female?
Devos. So they're going to be picking male artists.
Oh, Devos. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. But so I've been trying to work on it. It's been hard. And Brad, I know you helped with that a little bit and saying, hey, why not reach out to this person?
Right.
But then sometimes the interest just isn't there, or, so.
A lot of times people say, yeah, hit me up. And then you put in the effort and you follow and you support. And then when you finally do reach out and be like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. They're like, I'm busy. I'm not going to give any names, but there's been at least, let's just say Miss Taekwondo. That's all I'm going to say. She was one where you got to reach out to she's very nice and she's great at what she does. And I'm not talking bad, but thank you, Henry Hefe, for the sub. But it was one of those things where you got to reach out to the email. You got to send an email to the admin. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's just have some fun. Stop with the networking and all that other nonsense. Just yes or no.
Yeah. That's the problem I've been running into now. And that's why, the hard part is when you have to do it with a group of people and you have half of them that are committed and they're looking forward to it.
Yes.
And then the other half is kind of wishy-washy and then flakes out. And then it's getting tough to manage that way. So, but
speed
we're
bumps.
gonna make that work. Speed bumps. Sure. Let's go with that.
It's an inside joke. I got him. I got Staples.
See, I wish people could see and hear and be a part of what we discuss, not on Twitch.
Honeycomb.
Shut up. Because I feel bad that we do have our cliquish inside joke. I don't feel bad because it's funny. But I just wish everybody knew and could be a part of it. Unfortunately,
why don't you share it with us? Because I caught from Cats today the honeycomb bit. And,
not off air. It's got to be an off air thing.
Why don't you share with everybody?
Well, we were just talking about cereal one day, and then I had a funny story about honeycombs, and then
I have a friend actually that I just sent the link to. That's
speaking of friends.
Speaking of friends and links, Cats, thank you for lunch today or brunch or whatever the hell we did today. That was great.
Mike, you let me know when you want me to play these videos, and I got them ready to go.
Yeah, there's no rush, but we went out for lunch. And Cats, if you want to talk about it, welcome to.
I gotta say, I was listening. You got me on virtual DJ here tonight, getting the new software, so I've been working on that. But I gotta say, I was listening to the interview, watching it on the computer here, and Staples is the best because. How many times does he have to catch himself saying pause to a guy who has no fucking idea what pause means? So, all I kept hearing was like Scotty Fox was saying, "Yeah, that's really big," and you're hearing Staples go pause.
Right.
So
I say it underneath my breath because I don't want to be a total jackass. Because I like
just watching your face that it sounds such a what do they call it? What do you call it when you what's the word? I can't think of it. When you it's like a reaction. It's like an initial reaction. The moment you hear something, you automatically say pause. You have no idea you're even saying it. And anyway, yeah. So today was a fun day, and Mike and I went for lunch.
It was a great
Can I play these videos? I didn't even see. I know you guys posted in our chat. I didn't see them yet.
Wait. Before you play the videos, let's get the backstory, what you did today.
Well, the backstory was Mike and I were chatting last night for a bit, and he had to come down to my area. Pause, yeah, sure. Have to come in the area to pick up something from a client.
I was picking up a 10 by 10 tent. It's a tent, 10 by 10.
Oh,
right?
Guy, I got to ask you a question about that. Where did you pick it up from?
Oh, so I was doing an event.
The story.
Yeah.
And it was a backyard. Maybe you saw my Instagram post. I'm in the backyard with DJ Storm, Chris Taylor. Do you know him? DJ Storm.
I know the name, not because of you.
Yeah.
He was at
DJ
the
Mike
party.
Harding on Instagram, by the way, folks. DJ Mike Harding on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. DJ
And
Mike
his
44.
stories are the best.
DJ Mike 44 Instagram. If you wanna.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, DJ Mike 44.
Yeah, that's okay.
You get that right.
I forgive you. Anyway, so it's on there, and he's at the party, and so there's this huge 10x10 tent that's covering the bar, and so I'm talking to the owner who hired me of the house, and his partner, business partner, was like, "Yeah, I got this 10x10. I let him use it. I'm moving. I'm going to get rid of it." I mean, I said, funny thing, I'm looking for a 10x10 tent.
What?
So it's a $1,200 tent. Okay, so it's not like a cheapy Walmart special Canadian Tire. It's an industrial because he did these kind of events.
Yeah.
But he got rid of it. So it's got this huge, like, proper case. Like, it was two people lifting this thing up, throwing it in the trailer. So it's like, Cats, grab an end, let's go. Anyway, I got it for $200. So he goes, "Well, where are you?" I said, I'm coming down to the city. He goes, "That's 4 minutes away from my house." I go, "Let's go out." So we ended up doing a meetup and lunch and talked a lot of shit about you guys, especially Tom.
Did it have sidewalls?
You know what?
No sidewalls, anything?
I don't think so.
Oh, the 10.
Maybe in the box.
All
I don't think so, though. There's no sidewalls.
I somewhat got you beat on. Is it one of the pop-up tents, the ones that just automatically pop up, or it's the poles you got to assemble?
I think it's the pin poles. I know the ones you're talking about. You just push up and it just pops up.
Yeah.
But for $200, a 10x10, I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll do that. And it's really heavy. Like, it's heavy duty. It's not like
I just ordered one off Amazon.
How much?
You don't want to know.
Like, so you bought a good one.
It is. I should see if I can.
I've seen them up to $100. I've seen $100.
You know what? Let's come back to the tent because I don't want to. I want to get to the videos because I'm dying to see this, and I see the Frozen video of Eli right now.
You're right at the bullet to watch it.
Well, we'll come back to the tent.
Right after this. This is a big thing.
So anyway, so the story was that we he was this down the area. So he told me last night he's going to be in the area. I'm like, let's grab lunch, and he's like, yeah, I'll bring the trailer down, and what we'll just do is we'll go set it up somewhere. Is there anywhere you want to go to bring the trailer? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this place. This what's that?
Yeah, let's go make some noise. Let's just go fuck around.
So I'm like, there's this place called the Amsterdam Brewery, which is Tom and I go there for lunch once in a while. It's in the east side. Like great place, great food and whatnot. And they also have the Amsterdam venue, which is like where they make the actual they make the actual beer and whatnot, or whatever you want to call it. So so we wanted to go and do kind of like a pop-up thing at the Amsterdam Brewery, but there was really nowhere to go, and it's hard it's not just an easy thing to park. And I mean, you guys have all seen the trailer up close before. Today was the first thing I saw up close. Obviously, Brad's never seen it up close, and you think in the pictures. What's that?
Pause.
Can you pause on that one too? Great. So anyway, you think in the picture.
He wants to, but he wants to see it up close. That's
right.
I don't want to see it. I want to be in it.
Well, I was in it today, and I'll get to that. So the fact of the matter is that when you see it in the pictures, it actually seems like a way bigger trailer, and when you see it, it's actually it's a very very compact-ish type of trailer. And what this guy has done, you gotta give this guy major hand claps and kudos because the craftsmanship that this guy puts into it. And I say craft, not crap. Craftsmanship that he's put into it is incredible, and how he puts things so nothing falls and nothing hits the TV, and it's all self-contained, and you show up and you do a party. So we were going to go do it at the Amsterdam Brewery. We had nowhere to really set it up and do it, so we decided to go to the actual brewery where they make the beer and just set it up there. And we went to go talk to a guy, a girl, her name is Dre.
Just open the doors. Just open the doors and fucking play. Like, that was the whole idea. He goes, "We can't do that. Are we allowed to do that?" I go, "Fuck. Who's going to do
it?" Right.
No one said you couldn't, right?
That's what the fun of it was. Like, If
And
they
you can
come
just
out
do
and
it.
say, what do you guys do?
And we're both licensed where we can, legally, not that it really matters, but, technically, as a DJ, as a performer, you can't just show up like a busker or someone who plays guitar in the street. You can't just show up and play without having a permit.
But we
So,
did it. But
we're both licensed, right? So you can do it, no problem at all. And even if there was somebody who's going to come by, then let's say a cop says, "Oh yeah, you can't be here," but at the same time, Mike's like, you know what? Fuck with the rules, just do it. Everybody cut loose, everybody foot loose, and let's just fucking do this shit. So I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with it. Why not? So
we rolled in. We rolled in. We started setting up shop, and he's like, "Wow, you're only set up for like 5 minutes." I go, "Get in there, let's go." So this is where the videos come into play. So there's a few with cats. That's the start. And then I did a promo, kind of like a selfie one. So you'll see that one. And that was the last video we took. But it was just, he just couldn't believe how quick we were up and running.
Within minutes. It was very quickly. And I swear, it's...
as fast as your laptop can turn on.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, man, I swear more than anybody out there. So
Mike, do we need the first one that you took?
It doesn't matter
because I don't have that video.
And let me just
pull it up. But you just got to give me a bit.
And let me answer Braxton's question here too. You don't need a license to DJ technically in Canada because most venues actually pay licensing fees to actually have somebody come and perform. But if you wanted to perform in a public park somewhere. You're not supposed to just show up with your gear without having a sort of permit or a license, an actual individual license to do that. So
there's not enough of the. We're technically every DJ in Canada, or at least where we're from, is supposed to have a license.
Right.
We're supposed to have a license.
That's right.
If you want to play big venues, you're supposed to have a license. There's a lot of DJs that do not have licenses. They just go. And out of all the years that I've done this, I've been asked once if I had a license. And I just happened to have it that day. But it's like, there's not enough people to
muscle and finagle.
Police it. There's not enough people. They don't have enough money, but if they did have the money and the manpower, I think it would be something like if the government stepped in and said, yes, if you're going to be a DJ, you should like a plumber, like any proper business,
any trade.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's the thing. So I mean, it's like it doesn't really, it doesn't ever happen.
Power, so license. I get it because I try and do the right thing.
That's same here. But yeah, anywhere you go, venues are covered, and the client will pay the venue what they call like a SOCAN fee, as they call it, or ABLA fee back in the day, but it's mostly called SOCAN. And it's a percentage that the venue sort of is supposed to pay. Most venues don't pay it, but the venue tabulates at the end of the year, pays the SOCAN fees for all the events and kind of do their numbers at the end of the year. And that's how it works. But yeah, I mean, like I said, realistically, I never...
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah. Anyway, so that's what it was. We did that, and then we set it up, and hey, the trailer was awesome, and then after that, we kind of started talking about other equipment because I'm trying to.
Cats in action.
What's that?
Let's see cats in action. DJ,
yeah, go for it. Throw it on.
Do we get to see those sexy legs of Eli in these clips? By the way,
we just did a. Oh, that was.
Can you guys hear that? First of all, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was the video. That was the promo video that I posted on TikTok and my Instagram, which forwarded to Facebook.
So this was I have this, and then I have two others. So let's start with this one here.
Two others. If you want to start with this, that's fine. But this was the last video that was taken. But it was the first two. Was starting because it was just like we're opening up the doors, like an unveiling. Like we're just here. Two Genos sitting there in front of Amsterdam Brewery.
Nice.
They're looking out the door going like, what the fuck is these guys? What are they doing? And like
generators.
Okay, let's do the other one then. Let's do the other one here. Here we go. Let's do this one here if it opens.
The generator.
Look at Cats. He's going for it. We're gonna do it up right in front of Amsterdam Brewery. We're doing it up. Let's go. Let's go, Cats. Let's go.
Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought before you go. So, look at those legs. So, Cats,
baby.
Katz reaches out to Amsterdam Brewery and unbeknownst, but we found out the manager of that particular place we just pulled up.
Well, I've worked there many times at that venue. So.
Her name is Dre.
Oh, really? Nice.
The song. So I'm like, Katz, we gotta go. The first song has got to be a Dr. Dre. Like, fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm pissing myself laughing, and he's just in there. He's like, do we go? What do we do? So I just threw him into the wolves, and it was so amazing. And I loved every minute of it.
Okay, let's hit this other one here. Hold up here.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go. We got this going on for Mike Hardy here. It's outdoor events. DJ Katz and DJ Thomas Hall Retro Mix on the phone. We're making this happen here. It's a Monday afternoon. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's go! Let's go!
Where are you going?
That's his thing. I mean, like, Don Sherry, we're doing this.
Come on, Katz. Go for it, buddy.
Oh, so this was the first one. Okay.
Go, do it. Go.
And he's on the phone with Thomas.
Oh, you bastard. It's not good?
So that was the first. That was the
I
second.
broke,
Okay.
I broke an HDMI cable on,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
on one of the TVs. So, but then we got it going, and everything was flying. The manager guy came out, and it was like super dope. So now you can play the last video, which was kind of fun.
Just did the craziest thing. We just pulled up to Amsterdam Brewery, and I got my buddy DJ Katz with me. We went for lunch. But look, I got him in here. I got him in the trailer, and we just going crazy. And then we just popped up. Management came out and goes, this is such a great idea. I love this. We're going to do a party in September with Amsterdam Brewery. Just like that. Pulling up, making it happen. DJ Katz, DJ Mike, outdoor events. Let's go!
It's funny because
Myself laugh.
Now, listen, this is not a bad way to market if you can get away with it. Is pull up to a business, go out there, management comes out and says, "That's it. We're getting you guys. For an event."
What are you going to say? I thought he was going to come out and say, hey, don't do that or whatever. But when he came out and
he's laughing about
came out, it was Dre was playing in the background. So when the doors are shut, you don't really hear it. And then once he opened up the door, because I walked out with him, hey, is Dre in? We're looking for Dre. And he goes, well, I'm the assistant manager. It was another dude that came out. So I go, here, I want to show you something. So as the door opens, Katz is playing Dr. Dre. The manager looks at me and goes, that's fucking funny. I go, but you're not Dre. But you're not Dre. He goes, this is brilliant. So they loved it.
Finkel, you're not, what is it from Ace Ventura? You're not Snowflake.
It was great.
Did they forget about Dre?
I think we did forget about Dre. That's exactly
good one, guy. Good one.
Because nowadays everybody wants to talk.
And that's what I said we should have played, but he's like, let's play still DRE because it makes more sense. But yeah, the whole idea, the whole concept is brilliant. The whole trailer, I mean, like Staples, you'll think this thing is awesome because the fact that you just show up and just create a party anywhere you want.
I love it.
Is awesome.
We can pull up to like any outdoor anything.
And the funny thing is, he's sort of like the entertaining ice cream truck,
like modern day Dickie D.
Yeah, he's exactly. He's
pause.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to pull out.
You need the little bells. Those little bells on the handlebars.
Yeah.
When you pull up.
Oh, dude.
Grab ice cream, start handing it out, and that's it.
Dude,
people love it. It's a very cool. I mean, I wanted to go out again. Obviously, got later in the afternoon and we had to get back.
The first thing I noticed, though,
I had to go, but he wanted to do another one.
The first thing I noticed, though, in the video, like especially from the still pic, and I've never seen the inside fully, Mike, of the truck.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I didn't see like the back. You have the wood and everything. I thought it was like done all around. So you did it nice, like perfect at the back. So when people are looking in, it looks like it's just polished right through, right?
On the other side,
yeah.
Yeah, Savory, for sure he could. 100% he could do that.
Well, he has, right? You've done schools.
You do anything. It's barely. it's really like, plug and play. It's all done. He shows up. He doesn't have to fiddle around with things, pause. And the fact of the matter is, that's really what it is. He shows up and there's a party in a box, and it's and he does it well because he's got a fog machine. He's got he can do anything. So it's really, really, really cool investment. I'm trying to market it now to a bunch of clients myself here, and I love it. I love it. So
do you ever ask like random girls to try and help you get the furniture in the back of the trailer, Mike, at all?
Only if she's gonna put the lotion on its skin.
I'm glad that's what you said instead of the other.
You're such a dick.
I am. I was going to ask a legit question, but I forgot because I had to make the stupid comment.
Right. So you right there, fuck nuts.
Oh, no. Here's what I was going to say. My favorite thing, as silly and minimal as this may sound, the fact that you can pull over before you get to somebody's house.
Yep.
Turn it all on, pause, get the wireless mic as you're driving, right? Yeah. You got Birthday by the Beatles playing, the smoke's coming out, whatever, and you're driving and you're on your wireless mic and you're like, we're pulling up, we got up. I think it's genius to be on the mic as you pull up, put the car in park, hop in the back, get it all going. Like, it's amazing.
If I wanted to, I could DJ from my front seat because I'm using virtual DJ, and this is why I kind of fell for virtual DJ. I was a Serato guy, and we've talked about this before, for through and through. But I've got onto this virtual stuff because I could grab something like this little tablet, have virtual DJ on it, sitting on my lap, control volume, and I could be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" Air horn, whatever, like through the Wi-Fi if I want to. I don't, but I mean, I could if I. And
it's funny, like the stuff he has, the gear he has. I mean, obviously, the last 2 hours, I just spent a good chunk of money on getting the updated version of Virtual DJs. I've been trying to play with that software to kind of get it figured out, and I just did one of those stems, Mike. I got the song. The stem for it. So I'm going to produce that tonight. But the thing is that where was I going with it? I was going somewhere with this. But yeah, it's really amazing what you can put together with doing this, and it's I'm all for it. I'm really all for it. So
I said next time at Staples, I don't mean to disclude you, but you live too far away. But next time we should all get together, and I say Dan and Thomas and Katz, we all get together, and we just pick like a couple of spots that you just want to let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's fucking raid them. Let's just go see.
I would love that.
You know what I mean? It would just be so funny. Like, you're a quick pop up, you're in and out in 10-15 minutes. You're just like, hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Like
a little tour. Like you do like a little tour.
A little just quick, and if it ends up being a party and it unfolds and people are loving what we do, or we just hit them and said, have a great day. See you later. Whatever.
I think you should do it, Dan, at the York Region Police Department for the gentleman that pulled you over.
Allegedly.
You should start, and then just have like Mike honking the horn and stuff as you're pulling up.
That's what Victor said right there.
But I thought on the screens we could have his video of him actually holding have that evidence.
Hey, Dan.
Allegedly.
Dan, I actually ran into the cop that pulled you over last week. Eli was on the phone with me.
Yeah. He says it was him. I don't know if it was, but
Tom doesn't know. How does Tom know?
I want to tell you, Tom says about 500 a day.
We watched you. We saw you get pulled over.
You said you didn't even know that I got that I was pulled over.
Yes, I did. I saw the I saw the lights go on behind you. I told Eli, I see the cop lights. We pulled over. We went into the gas station, the Esso. We saw you. We came back out, came around, and we parked behind you a little bit on a side street and watched the cop coming in and out. So I saw him, and then when I went for a walk the other night with Pearl, there was a whole bunch of police officers at the local Shoppers Drug Mart, and I saw the guy who pulled you over there.
So speaking of police and everything like that, there was actually, I don't know if you guys heard about this. So closer to my area, down the street, it was actually on Saturday. But anyways, there was a shooting at a venue, at a banquet hall.
Yeah, a posh.
No.
No. This was down towards like more towards almost St. Catharines kind of thing, halfway between St. Catharines kind of thing. And it was apparently there was a party that they rented out the venue, and they had maybe 1,000 people show up.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and then there was a shooting, and somebody was rushed to the hospital and everything, and
that's funny. Pearl heard gunshots going on in our neighborhood, which is not a bad neighborhood at all, and she called me and said, "I heard some gunshots."
Guy, should we meet you and then you can test your?
No, I'm sorry, I'm done.
Brad's playing with
Guy.
Sorry,
Guy, do me a favor, guy.
Oh.
Guy, look what you did, guy. Guy, stop it, guy.
Blue shirt guy.
No show. I
Blue shirt guy. Blue shirt guy.
I love that guy.
I love that.
Guy. You know what, guy? You know what that's from? You guys know what that's from?
Blue shirt guy.
It is from a new movie that just came out called
the Free Guy.
Free Guy.
I want to see that.
Yeah. I love it because they're guy. And it's like, that's amazing. Guy's my thing.
I just don't want to go to a theater to see it. So I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to wait for it to be streaming.
I don't know. I don't mind going to a theater. We were talking, of course, about one time going to the casino when Tom was streaming. Yeah. I was like, guys, let's go to the casino. Then somebody pointed it out, and they're like, to wear a mask all day at the casino, I can't do it.
Dan, I went on Saturday night after Eli's gig.
Did you? Where'd you go?
Aren't you not supposed to say anything?
I went to Woodbine.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything.
So many young people were there. I couldn't believe how young people looked. It was weird. I've never seen that before. Ever going there before, I've never seen so many young people, like between the ages of 19 and 25 there.
Well, they got that CRB money. What the fuck are they going to do with it?
Driss, thanks for your money.
Man,
you're welcome.
Oh, does Driss K work at the casino?
He works for can I say Driss? You good? Too late. I'm saying it anyways. He works for OLG.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I haven't won Lotto Max yet, so. Not his fault. Huh?
Where did they go now?
Oh, well, they're probably having a little powwow. Are you allowed to say that anymore?
We should listen. We got to get
a poll. Our honeycomb.
We got to put a poll in the chat that we should ban turning off our cameras. All right. I'm going to say it. Eli, I don't either. Rarely. Eli was talking. Mike was talking. Tom turned off his cam. Staples turned off his cam. If I turned off my cam, then who are they talking to?
Yeah. Right.
You're not wrong, Dan. You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm always right.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong.
No, you were.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dude, where's Braxton? Look at these ketchup Doritos.
Those look good. I mean, I haven't had dinner yet.
They don't have that in the US of A. That is beautiful right there. These things are.
They do not have ketchup flavored anything other than ketchup.
Chris, can you ban lockpick, please?
Yeah, I blocked him. He's a pain in the ass.
Fucking asshole.
Loki.
Locky pick, or what is it? Loki pick you, or whatever the hell it was.
Don't you guys know after 18 months, you guys don't know how to do stuff?
No, I know how to say it now.
Staples, sorry to call you out on that, on turning off the cam, but can I call you out on something else that came up yesterday? Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually tried to call out Victor Dancer. You were saying you did, and you said, "Guy, shut up, put up or shut up." And you said,
"I did."
Starts, and what happened? I missed it on Saturday, but I caught Sunday.
I was there. Not only was I there, Daniel, I gave him his first ever raid. Pause.
Did you? Nice.
My dick. Yeah. No. What happened was, Mike's face was just like, "What was that for?" No.
Discovery just went, "What?"
Yeah. Funnier when Stacey says that to me. I'm not gonna lie. No. So what happened was Saturday night, my kids went to bed. Decided to do a set. Oh, nice glossettes. And I was on, and I was like, "Son of a bitch, Victor is streaming."
Yeah.
So he put up. He initially, and he can correct it in chat if he wants, but he went on to do a test. and it worked so well. It was working as it should be. He just decided to do a stream, and
Nice,
so
Was he wearing a
after
mask?
playing 2 hours, I rated him with a whopping 7 people.
Was he wearing a mask?
Yeah.
He,
So there you
he
go.
was just wearing. He was just doing his videos. So he's just doing it through
videos. He was
StreamYard, doing his
using virtual
videos.
DJ,
Yeah.
and he was
But
doing the 90s and 2000s stuff.
Yeah,
Get
and
him
I
in
caught
here.
Sundays. Victor,
Get him
come
in
on if
here.
you want, guy. Victor, come in. Send him the link. I caught Sunday's show, and
There you
I
go.
loved it
Brackton
because
wants to know what I'm eating.
I always thought Victor loved more of the 80s stuff, because I always see him in Bracktoon's channel in retro mix and stuff. So I thought, but the music he was playing, I absolutely freaking loved it. It was indie rock, alternative. It was 90s, 2000s things. Things that I absolutely freaking loved, and he did a killer job. So kudos to you, Victor. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it. He went on for about 2.5 hours.
Tell him to come in.
It was
I
great.
did. I just sent him the link. He
Yeah,
said his
he was
headphones
playing-
don't work. Come on.
He was playing a lot of the stuff I played on Monday when I used to play on Monday.
Don't worry about headphones. Just turn on your echo cancellation. Don't know what headphones are, and that's it.
Yeah, so I was streaming, and I was like, I got my own channel on my monitor, and I'm watching, and I see everybody else is DJing and doing their thing, and
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
had FOMO.
like it took me a second.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like Victor Dancer is streaming right now. So I hopped over while I was streaming myself, and I saw what he was doing, and he's got the virtual DJ thing going with the song title on the bottom, and like he's playing 90s and 2000s. Like this is great, and I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to watch. So
I stayed throughout
Wow.
on Sunday's show. I was upset that I missed because I didn't know he was on Saturday. But I
well,
stayed
I
on
don't think
Sunday.
he knew he was going to be on Saturday either.
Yeah, I stayed on Sunday and I watched it. It was really good, really good. So
Yep. So he called my bluff, right? Because last Monday, busted his chops, saying "put up or shut up," be about it, don't speak about it. All the insults I could throw his way, and he did it. So kudos to Victor.
yeah,
And a side note, he had more viewers than Mike Harding did this morning. So there you go.
Boom.
You know what? You can
I'm only
suck
kidding.
right now. I had 41 top viewers today. 41. And
Nice.
Thomas, you better watch out. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
As the guy says in the movie Taken, good luck.
Did you have any raids on this morning, Mike?
And you wanna have a real good time and a real great show. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time, 10 till 12. Then we raid into some slush. But we have a great show playing the best of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Probably the best 80s you'll ever hear on any channel other than Scotty Fox's channel.
I was just going to say, me and Scotty Fox are on at the same time now. In the moment.
Oh, baby!
Yeah, I'm sure he can spare 40 people for you.
I'm sure
he's
can.
got plenty.
I'm sure he can.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a good show today. Cats, right? Cats enjoyed it. Staples, why weren't you there?
I've been working, literally, legit, my real job working.
Oh,
It interferes with my Twitch time.
that's nice. Dan, thank you for joining
Same.
us this morning as well. Really, truly appreciate that. Thomas, always a pleasure that you I can't believe how often you follow my show and you listen to it. So thank you guys so much.
I'm not up at that time.
Listen, guy, if you count the number of times that I've come to your show compared to the number of times that you've come to my show, all right,
That's a true fact.
okay.
But you know what? Don't feel
So-
bad because I don't go to anybody's channel.
I know. So there you go.
I go on and I try to stay away from Twitch.
Yeah, no, this morning was right off of a day.
Bro,
Way too much
today's
was going on. I actually, unfortunately, if you go to my website right now, my website is down. So I'm having like one of those days, but at least my
What is
email
your
hopefully
website?
is
Let's
still
crash
working.
it.
No, guy.
Yeah, I had a day from hell today. It wasn't a good day work-wise. I mean, it is what it is. There's that saying. Listen, begrudgingly, I'm going to acknowledge this out loud. Last week, Eli went live and he began to stream. I think I was somewhere. Where was I? Was it Thursday night, Eli? That
You went out to see one of your buddies play banjo somewhere, and then you came back and they're doing my stream, which I'm going to try to go on tonight too if I can. So,
Are you going to do Euro?
Come on,
today?
Dan.
no, I'm not going to do Euro tonight. I might throw a Euro track in there, but I'm not going to do Euro tonight.
So by pressure of Driz K on Thursday night last week.
It was pressure. It was pure pressure, but it was his birthday, so I did it for his birthday.
Okay, well then I'll let that slide. But yeah, so Eli played.
His birthday's in November.
Yeah. So you know
Why
what?
don't you bring a bird here.
So guys, can you play some Euro for my birthday? Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, when's your birthday? November.
Yeah. Well, right.
Hey, go on. You were saying.
No. So you were playing some stuff, and I was out doing my thing, and then I got back in my car a little bit later, and I was like, it was still going on. He was still playing Euro, and I think I was a little bit angry. Not really angry. I was playing the role of angry guy in the chat, making comments about your Euro and stuff. But so I guess Driz K is saying that you're going to do some Euro this Friday. Is that correct?
No, he's saying we talk about DJ Katz playing Euro on Friday, which was late Thursday night into Friday morning.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's not like to do a specific Euro set.
No.
Christ.
That's not happening. That's not happening. I
But
mean,
you belly head for me, and I appreciate you doing that.
he got it. He got a good hour and a bit of tracks that made him happy. He's a big supporter. He's a good dude. I had major kudos for the dude. He was able to show up to the extended mix party on his own. Didn't know anybody. I respected that, and I like to, no, I wouldn't say reward, but I like to kind of just give back. If that's me giving back, then I give back.
I got you. Like, okay. Yeah. I can respect that because he did do a pretty cool thing by showing up and not really knowing anybody. All right.
Show me some foreskin.
Better than me.
Tom, are you still eating those Glossette raisins?
He doesn't stop. He's like a Pez dispenser.
No.
No. He says no as he's chewing. Why do you shut off your camera so we don't see you eating?
Exactly.
That's
Why
exactly.
do you make fun of me all the
Exactly.
time? Yet all he's doing is eating. And he says, "Oh, all you do, dude, come on now."
What's that all about?
But let's switch to this one right there. Oh, wait, there we go. Mike Harding needs to play Euro. Hashtag Team Mike.
I love
She's
you.
Team Mike, guys. She's Team Mike.
Team mustache. And that mustache, I gotta tell you guys, that mustache in person is a very, very different experience than the mustache on screen. Yeah.
Eli,
I
how
thought
soft is
he was talking about Love Bunny.
Eli, oh God.
That's what I thought he said.
I'm removing you because she's a good friend of mine. I don't like that you say that about her. Apologize to her. Say sorry, damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't say she had. I didn't say that. I thought he was talking about her. That's what he said.
No, why would I say that? What kind of ass do you think I am? I said the fact of the matter is, I said that must.
You have to witness this in person, right, Kat?
Yeah, you know how they say on TV you look like you're 10 pounds or 10 pounds heavier. The mustache is definitely 10 pounds heavier.
Eli, I don't know if Disco Vinny's still in the chat, but let everybody know, especially if Disco Vinny's there, how soft is Mike's mustache on your lips?
Oh, it's very soft.
Oh my God. Softer than a baby's bottom, I'm sure.
Disco Vinny should be very jealous.
How about, is it soft on your foreskin?
Because I'm Jewish, I don't have a foreskin, you fuck nuts.
Oh.
Why don't you, it's Love Bunny, why don't you get in here too? Why don't you come in here and give Thomas shit?
What?
Yeah.
Chris?
Under the link, give him shit.
How does it feel on your foreskin? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an a-hole.
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows what a foreskin is. That's the problem.
I got a legit question.
I'm looking at him.
Oh my God.
Me or Mike?
No, he's that's why he's off camera. He's actually looking at it.
Look, as we speak.
His belly.
It's in a dish. It's in a dish.
I dropped a honeycomb in my belly.
Oh. Yeah.
That's for Tom.
Oh God.
And you want to be famous, Staples? Still?
Want to be famous?
You want to think? You think after 18 months you'd be
I still
famous?
want to be famous. Here,
Chris, kill that, Chris. Somebody kill that.
I think after 18 months you would be famous. Aren't you?
I'm doing it, I hope, if I'm lucky.
I think you're pretty
Yeah.
famous. Yeah.
Buy followers, primes, and viewers on bigfollows.com. So there you go. Everybody,
Get on that.
become famous. Buy your
Dan
followers.
needs to get on that, that's for sure.
Actually, that's what you guys should change. That's what you should change your name to, because realistically, that is the real taco. Hey, I'm out. See ya.
Hi-yo. Foreskin Roundtable with DJ Staples, Mondays at 5 p.m. Yeah,
The
let's
kid was
just
asking that
everybody-
earlier, guy. He said, what do you guys call yourselves?
What?
Say what?
Y'all got quiet all of a sudden. What?
Who what?
What?
Hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I love what Staples said. Whose channel was it? It might have been in Tom's channel. You were playing Captain Sensible, and you played what?
Yeah. I said Celine. He said twat.
Some of the best recaps of the past week. The best recaps.
TWOT. I said Celine. He said twat. Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
Driss, you said when. Do you mean what?
Whatever. What?
Huh?
Driss, I'm just wondering what Driss meant here. He said when's an edit. Do you mean
No.
what?
No. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing it.
What?
Not happening. Not happening. We're not going to talk about mashups. We're not doing it.
Oh, Nickelback. Yeah, don't get me started on Nickelback. Well, thankfully, you didn't make me play that today.
Come on.
Yeah, I think he's just asking, like, are you saying what's the difference with an edit or remix and a mashup?
Don't do it, Dan. Don't fall for it.
I'm just answering the man's question.
Don't do it.
Yeah, what's the difference? So a mashup is when you take two songs, put them together.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep explaining.
He's gone.
Watch.
And
I'm
then
going to bring
an
him back.
edit
Watch.
is,
See watch
an
what
edit is when
happens.
you.
I thought you were going to still be like mid-explanation.
No, guy. You can see me off camera. You saw what I was doing.
Tom has something he'd like to discuss.
I do not have something I want to discuss.
You don't?
Go for
Well, I got new glasses today.
You did
Did
what?
Let's take a look. Take the hat off.
Okay,
Wait,
watch
wait,
the
wait.
number count down.
Yeah,
Wait
hold
a
on.
second, Thomas, this is big news. Hold on.
We need some music. We need like the 20th Century Fox.
So these are the old ones.
Oh, dude,
And hold on.
hold on.
And these are the new ones.
Oh,
my
look at
God,
you.
you're like a welder.
Yeah. That,
You
oh,
look
they're
good.
ri-
We need he's like sawing wood. Like Goggles Paisano.
I like them.
They actually are pretty good. They're very clear. I like those blue ones you have.
And when they go out in the sun, they go really dark. That's what I
That's
like.
how my glasses are.
I
Yeah.
like
Yeah. So they're black on the side and then
Ray-Ban today.
Oh wow!
Wasn't there an episode where George gets new glasses? And then Elaine gets bitten by a dog, and she goes, "I got a dog bite. No bite, no shot, dog bite. No woof woof, bang bang, or whatever it was."
What made you get new glasses, Tom?
well, take me off here. I don't know if no one will
All
see
the
me.
Twitch money he's making.
Yeah. No. I wanted actually a white pair. Remember, I sent Staples. I sent you some white ones. I look like Elton John.
Yeah.
They're just so big. But I wanted white, and the person I get them from is explaining to me that this is like obviously fashion changes constantly. So they asked me. She said, "Try these on." So I tried them. Like, yeah, it looks good. I'm like, you know what? I'll take it because the white one was just like massive. So
When was last time you had new glasses though?
a couple years ago.
Oh, so it's kind of time.
Well, my subscription hasn't changed. These are these
Subscription?
are.
Wait, what did you say? Your what?
I said your mother.
No, what did you say? You guys all heard that, right? What did you say?
Hold on a second. So I got these ones. And,
You said what?
Okay, shut up, Eli. I want to explain myself. Fucking die.
Did you say die? You said die?
Guy, not die. Jeez, Eli, you gotta listen. Blue shirt guy. So yeah, it was time to have a second pair. These are getting all scratched up too, so I'm constantly have to take them, wipe them. So yeah,
I've had mine.
Farsighted.
I can't see far.
So you're nearsighted. You're like
nearsighted.
So you need them to see up close, right? Like to make.
No,
They're both. They're bifocal. As at the bottom part.
Yeah.
Is what I understand. It's from what I was explained.
Show it up close on the camera.
Which one?
Do,
The
like
new
take
one?
yeah.
Oh, these are my old ones.
No, I know. Show the new ones up close on the camera. I'm saying.
So when you go
What's
to
up,
the
Jared?
washroom, so when you go to the washroom,
I can't see my dick.
well, I mean, over your stomach. How could you? You don't need glasses.
So
For
we
that.
can't feel his face. You can't see your dick. We got
hold the glasses up. I just want to see the
No,
glasses.
dude, I like those. I have a pair of glasses just
yeah.
like those.
Okay. You can kind of see the bottom part how it's. Yeah.
No, those are nice, man. You look good.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.
all jokes aside, they look good.
Yeah,
They
I like.
blend well.
I
with
need to go. My cousin, I have a cousin who's an optometrist, and I usually go every 2 years and get new glasses. But because of COVID and everything, I haven't gone for probably 3 years now. So I'm due to go. These ones still I can still see, but
Well, I've got insurance, so I will get like a couple $100 back on them.
Do you know how long it's been since I've seen an eye doctor? Don't, Mike. I already told you, but don't any of you guys know how long it's been since I've seen an eye doctor?
probably what,
Subscription.
like since you were a kid.
Yeah. You guess how old I was last time I saw an eye doctor?
The same day as the Brits.
15.
Nope.
I was just gonna say the Brit.
The breath. Yes, the breath.
Well,
No. You say 15, Dan?
Yeah.
I said 5.
So it wasn't at the Brist. It wasn't a 2-for-1 special.
No, it wasn't. Higher than 5, lower than 15.
higher than 5, lower than.
Sure, let's go right in the middle. 10.
8 is the answer. He's got it.
8. All right.
Last
8
time
is
I saw
enough.
it. Huh?
Do you have bad eyes though, Eli?
No. I mean, I got cat's eyes,
Yeah,
right? So
Brad,
No.
you don't wear glasses, do you ever?
I do. I wear glasses all the time.
You do. That's right. Yeah. Sometimes I do see you put them on.
When I'm driving, I have to wear
Yeah.
glasses because I'm like Tom. Hi, I'm Tom. I can see up close, but distance is blurry, so therefore I am nearsighted. So yeah, I have 2 pairs of glasses. One that I wear, a brown pair, the frame that I wear for work, and then I have an all gray, clear, kind of like what Tom have for when I go out to party.
Oh, I miss wearing contacts, but obviously now
Oh,
yeah.
I never wear
my eyesight has changed.
I
And-
don't. I like glasses better than contacts now. I used to love contacts, but I can't go back. I don't know.
But when I ride the motorcycle, I gotta have these massive glasses that fit over the glasses. I look like RoboCop.
Did you say tricycle?
Tricycle. I have a tricycle. Yeah. No, yes, they're Ray-Bans, but they're not expensive. I have a friend, Pearl's friend, and really wicked deal, like next to nothing. I pay more for the subscription, the UV protection, and the transition. So when I'm outside, they transition to they go dark, which is perfect. So that's
Mike,
where
you don't have
that's where you get
glasses
nailed.
for anything, do you?
Not yet.
Mike, glasses, contacts, anything?
No. Well,
Just-
I bought them.
Just hearing, you can't hear us. That's the only thing.
Huh.
I can't hear because I'm just eating chips and all I hear is crunching. It's a beautiful thing. No glasses for me. I did get glasses to see far, and I tell you how I bought them and why I bought them, but I don't really use them. I was at a bar, and they have the football squares. You know how you do the football squares? You guys, are you familiar with the football squares? If there's a CFL,
I heard of that.
Yeah.
you sign your name, you give them like $10 or $5 a square,
Yeah.
$10 a
Yeah,
square, whatever it is.
Right.
So I'm sitting away where they had the board kind of across the bar, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I can't really see that. And Victoria has glasses, and she goes, "Here, take my glasses." And I put them on, and it was like, holy shit! Like, whoa!
It's
Like,
amazing.
Man, do I need
Wow.
glasses?
Yeah.
So I went and got tested, and sure enough, for distance,
I probably didn't get that.
I don't need them, and I don't wear them. I can see far. I can see far enough. How's that? But to make
Yeah.
out that really fine print, and seeing up close, no problem. So
See, and to say what Vinny says, see, I'm the optometrist who sees the glass half full, as opposed to the gynecologist who sees it half empty.
But bum. Wah,
why
wah.
they put 2 fingers in there because it's a second opinion.
That's it.
Oh snap!
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Yeah, so I wear mine to drive, and a lot of times because I drive everywhere, when I get out of my car, I just leave them on. But when I'm home, I don't need them on because I know where the hell I'm going. I don't. But the idea of putting a contact in my eye freaks me out. I could not have anything touch my eyeball.
It's gross. Disgusting. I'll try.
Guys, since I was a kid, I was just like, yeah, let's just shove that in there.
Who has
no
a friend, or maybe one of you know how to do this, and it freaked me out as a kid. They can turn their eyelids.
Flip the eyelid.
Oh no! it freaks me
There was
out.
always that one kid in your class that knew how to do that. And,
Oh,
he'd be like,
always.
and I'd be like, "Get away from me, you freak!"
Yeah, that freaks me out.
And that's
if anyone's got a glass eye, I'm not even going to look at you. I can't.
Sandy Duncan. I know, it's weird. Never heard?
Sandy
Hey, man,
Duncan.
I got my eye on you, man.
Dude, I was at Johnny's Hamburger once. I kid you not. And there was a dude there, and I was looking over. You know, like if you see something, you can't. It's like stream sometimes. You just see something, you can't look away. I was at Johnny's Hamburgers one night, and I look over, and there's a dude looking at me. I look away. I look back over. I kid you not. One eye was going one way, the other eye was going the other. I looked away, and I thought to myself, well, I can't stare at the guy. But then the other part of my brain was look at him. And as I looked at him again, he made his glass eye flutter like it was going on, and it freaked me out. And then I looked away, and I thought, does he know that I'm looking at him? I looked at him again just to see. And then as I looked at him again, he just kept doing shit with his eye. It was freaking me out. So he knew that I was looking at him. Oh, and I got a wedding story. True story. 2 years ago, I did a wedding. I'm with my buddy who looks like Keith Urban. We're sitting at the table with the guests, eating dinner. And a kid comes up, a little kid from another table comes up to one of the guests at our table who was a guest of the wedding.
Eyeball out.
The kid says, "Can I see your glass eye?"
Oh.
And my buddy hits me with his knee under the table like, "Oh my God." And then the kid's mom comes over and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And the guy's like, "Yeah, no, it's cool. It's all right." The kid leaves. My buddy says, "You got a glass eye, huh?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I get that all the time." He goes, "You know, it'd be really cool if you could take your eye out and put it in our drummer's mashed potatoes before." And the guy, he hesitated. But he's like, "No, we had a good laugh." But yeah, so a kid asked him to see his eye. It was bizarre.
He definitely had his eye on you.
Great story, eh, guys?
Honeycomb.
Oh, you know what? We haven't done that in a while.
Great story. Great story.
So, Mike, I want to come back just quickly to the virtual DJ. So, like I said, guys, Mike got me on to. I downloaded this new version of Virtual DJ just today, which costed a good chunk of cash. And the funny thing is that I'm kind of fiddling around with it, but the fact of the matter is, yes, pause. But the fact of the matter is, I can't copy the database over. That's just my problem. It won't let me do that.
Eli, can you share that? Can you share that with other computers, or is it just the license for one computer?
I think it's just for one computer.
Two, I think.
Oh, two, yeah, maybe two. So, I mean,
Okay.
if I buy another laptop, I'll put it on that, but I just put it on this newer laptop I got a year ago, just to see how.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I'm trying to copy over the database like I've been working on since 2005, where all my hot cues are and all my labeling and all my comments are. I'm trying to copy it over, but it's and I've looked online, but it seems like there's no real way to do it.
You
so
have your.
I'm all virtual.
You have what were you using before?
I've been virtual the entire time.
And so your database, all you have to do is, I think you
every time I copy it over and I rename it, it says database corrupted.
analyze the files. The files have to be analyzed.
Yeah, the files have been analyzed, but I mean nothing's there. No hotkeys are there. Not all the files are there. All the songs are there, but there's none of my cues or any of my my comments. Nothing that's there. So
Are you logged into Virtual DJ?
So what?
Like when you go into the software, do you log in?
Yeah, I'm logged in. Yeah, I never used to have to log in before because I didn't want to be connected to the internet. But now, obviously, they ask you to log in so you can download things on the spot, like skins or whatever like that.
Yeah, right.
So I did that, and I figured that part of that out. But from the database, because the database is named, I think they just call it database.xml, whatever it is, .xml, whatever it is. So I tried to rename the database I wanted to copy over with that, and every time I logged into, I opened up the app, Virtual DJ Database, it kept saying the database is corrupted. So I don't know what that means.
I don't know, because when I came from Serato,
yeah,
it still read all my cue points, and it still read even the color code that I put, like color code in Serato. It would have the same color codes if I got a yellow, whatever, red, pink for slow songs. You know that.
YouTube it, Eli.
I was going to say, because all that stuff saves in the on the file itself.
I looked at it. I read up some of the comments on Virtual DJ. A lot of people seem to have that same problem. And that was another reason why I didn't want to switch over, because I knew that
can you call them
now?
I can't call them.
I'm just looking now for a fix.
Call
I
What's
think
that?
I found it. I think I found it. Okay, right click on virtual DJ, click on install, and use Serato.
What?
I knew Thomas would love that one.
First off, let me just tell you guys. 3 to 2 here use virtual DJs. So, and I think a lot of
Okay,
people.
and yesterday, 3 of the 2 used Serato. Well, I guess no, because you weren't using Serato.
Different strokes, bro.
Exactly. It doesn't really matter.
I like both, but I can't switch over anyway because I'm Buddha hooked me up for
Serato.
mix emergency and everything's set to exactly how it is, and I can't fuck with it.
Listen, I downloaded Virtual. I did want to start using it, but when I downloaded it, it was when I had my other mixer, right? The Rain 68. And Eli, we were talking about that before because the 64, I think.
Yeah.
It had the map for the 64, but not the 68. Anyway, so it wasn't working with the 68. Now that I have the S9, I do want to try VDJ and check out how it is. So.
Well, I mean, like Tom was telling me that the board I should look at getting was the DDJ. What did you say it was, Tom? The SB3 or something you said?
Yeah, because it's small and compact for you. Idea because it's just a little bit bigger than your Hercules.
Do you see what Dan said here?
Hercules.
What did Dan say?
Right click on the folder, holds all your music files. Choose copy to, and then copy them to your other drive. And that way, VDJ should copy all the files and the database informations.
Right click on the folder that holds all your music files. Okay, so yeah, and then choose copy. So, I mean, it's a lot of files, right? So,
That's fine.
yeah, so, okay, so right click on the folder, hold all your music, choose copy to, other files to your other drive. But, okay, what other drive, though? What other drive am I copying to? I don't have another drive to
If you
copy.
had a hard drive or something that you're.
It's on an external hard drive. My files are on an external hard drive.
Put them on a second backup drive.
No, I don't have another drive to do.
Guy, get a second backup.
I have many drives. First off, I'm not going to lie to you. Already tonight, I already corrupted one of my drives that won't even work now. So I can't.
Exactly why you need a backup drive, guys.
I have backup drives. But right now I'm using an old drive with music that's on there just to see if I can get it to work. But I mean, I'm just trying to figure out like copy the files to another drive. So I don't. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, it sounds like it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to what I'm trying to do.
So guys, just be careful because we don't want to bore our listeners with.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry,
So Eli,
I just want to know, like, we're answering this, but we're not answering mashup versus. Sorry, Thomas, go ahead.
Nope.
No, I was going to say earlier, Mike. You guys asked how the wedding was, and I told you my side.
Saturday, yeah.
Let Eli tell you his side of the wedding on Saturday. What he thought of it.
I heard what you said. Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, I think we both did it together, and it was a good thing, a good time. And I mean, the clients are really good friends of mine, so that's the reason why I did it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And but it was a good party.
We have video. We have video. If you want to see some video,
I guess you have some video. I didn't take any videos at all, but
I'm going to send. Sorry, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it right now. I'm sending it over to Staples. You can put it up on the screen.
Cool. The only thing I would say is, I mean, like the venue as a whole is because it was such a perfect day on Saturday, and even yesterday was very nice here too. But Saturday was a perfect day. The venue is such a great outdoor venue. The only buzzkill I'd say about the venue is that like at 9 o'clock, supposedly they have timers that turn the house lights on. So that changed the entire vibe and it buzzkilled the entire lighting, especially because we had LEDs and whatnot and uplighting. So it was nice. And then the only other buzzkill, which also sucks, is at 11 o'clock, they have a sound bylaw that you got to turn off all the sound. So to tell people to go inside and dance inside when, you want to be out, especially on a gorgeous night, that's the only real buzzkill. But, everyone had a good time. Everyone went in. I think Tom and I fed off each other. And the reason why I brought Tom in anyway for it, other than the fact that the anxieties that I had to begin with, which I still have, but regardless, I brought him in because Tom and I used to run a company called Tomcats Entertainment, and back in the day. And
sorry, I love this right here.
We've already spoke about. Yeah.
He's laughing, dying here.
About what? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Tomcat because you and I have had this conversation.
Tomcats Entertainment, not Tomcat. Tomcats Entertainment.
Oh, same thing.
Whatever. So anyway, and the groom's name is Tom, and the bride's name is Cat. So they go by Tomcat.
Oh, really?
That's why we did.
It's pretty funny.
Yes, and it was so it was a very great wedding, and I think we both fed off each other, and it worked out really well, and yeah, it was good. The day went by very quickly, and I mean, I was trying to just use a lot of the stuff I've been obviously taught over the past 18 months, like Mike Harding's good vibes of just play the tunes, and or like Scratch would say, don't overthink it, just play it. If you start overthinking it, then you start getting to a vibe where you don't think it's going to work. So that's why, I mean, normally I never play Caribbean disco show from Lobo. But I'm like, we were doing a soca set, and whatever, and I'm like, let's throw it on. And Tom's like, oh man, I didn't even know that song was available. So it's kind of cool, like that kind of stuff. So is this the wedding? Here you go.
Yeah, let's go to the videotape.
Thomas at the cake bar.
See the house lights?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the buzz thing.
Was it hard to move them over to the other room?
Yes. At first it was.
You see Thomas in the back row, at the background there. He's at the cake table.
I think he might have been in the men's room. That's pretty great.
Great question, Audio Brothers. Great question. I don't film vertically at all. I always ask that question. But I don't know why people like to film vertically. I don't get it.
It's interesting because when I was on Friday at my wedding, my assistant was asking, he's like, Dan, which way do you want me to go? So I always tell him, do a little bit of both. Because it depends. To me, it depends where you're posting it.
Right.
If I'm going to post that on Instagram on my stories or something, I want it to be vertical. Right. If I'm going to post it somewhere else, or if I just want it, then
I agree.
Right. So then you go horizontal. So it really depends what you're posting, what you're recording it for.
I think it's just muscle memory with cameras. People just think about have a camera and you're just doing that turn. But even with a camera, you're usually going horizontal. So I don't know.
That wasn't for any social media use.
That was
just something I showed for Eli. And that's it. I'm not going to post that anywhere or anything like that, except for obviously for here. But
that's why we always do. Like I tell the kid, I'm like, dude, just do both ways. And then even if we have the camera, even then, go horizontal, vertical, whatever you need to, just so you have options afterwards, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you prefer it vertical or horizontal, Dan?
Even when you're taking pictures, even when you're just taking pictures, right? It depends what the view is and everything. And we took a picture of the ceremony. So one of them was vertical so that you can get just the bride and groom and the what do you call it? I love it. Dan's like, any way I can get it. That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes
so the officiant and the bride and groom, and then we went horizontal so you can get the whole bridal party.
Yeah, I got some good pictures for Eli if you want to use them for any social media.
Yeah, sure. Send them off. I mean, I'm not a big social media guy, but sure.
It's key, guy. It's a key thing.
I'm word of mouth. You see me, you saw me, you want me, I'll do it.
Yeah, but you'll get more word of mouth. When you start going in, like I go in and I
have you guys do that. Go, you guys do it and make your
tag your people in there. Tag the people who you're working with.
Yeah.
That's word of mouth right there.
I used to do it all the time, and I just got to the point it's not me. I at the same time, like I always said, if it's going to come across as me doing something that's fake, for me, I don't want to do it. So for me, it comes across as like, why would I want to do something I feel it's going to fit? Even though I agree with it, I think it worked well. Harding is a great example. I mean, he's everywhere he goes. People look at it, the views he gets, and people love it. But I just know for me, I'm not that person. Hence the reason why I'm not on any social media other than really Instagram. So
especially
I really wish you would join Facebook just for messenger purposes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Never going to go back on that again.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there.
There's the portion of the show where we all turn off our cameras.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I'm still here, so I'm fine with it. Oh, that's too bad. How's everybody doing in the chat? Are you guys all like enjoying this? Yeah, fine. I'm fine with it. Go for it. Make it happen. For someone who was so embarrassed by being on a camera 18 months ago, go for it. Make it happen.
You got this.
I got this. I can do the whole show. So tonight we're gonna have who are we gonna interview tonight? Are we gonna interview somebody? Probably not. It's just gonna be the DJ Cat.
Interview yourself, guy.
Already.
Yeah, it's the DJ Cat's round table. It's a rectangle table. I'm just kind of I'm doing a monologue right here. So next time I go on tour, I'm bringing a Latvian sound engineer.
Guy,
Latvian sound engineer.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a friend who posted that joke.
Well, I get full credit for it. So.
I don't know. It was posted a long time ago.
Oh, okay, well, and then, you know what? Maybe I just stole from your phone.
For the Johnny Carson theme song. If I can't.
Hey, Staples, I wanted to ask you something here too. When was it we were talking about something? I think it was you and myself with Eli.
Yeah.
We brought up something, and then I talked about it on Nortec's show yesterday.
Oh.
It was the question of what would you rather have? And I'm curious where the chat is on this. So chat, because you guys are too quiet out there. Please talk in this and answer this one. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have the option to live forever, or would you have the option?
This conversation with you.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but that was you and me that had this conversation. Not Noir.
Would you rather have the option to live forever or to go back in time?
Where's Love Bunny? She was part of that conversation.
That's right. It was the four of us.
It was the four of us.
So
That's right.
good looking. But anyway, ask the question to the chat. I'll shut up.
Would you rather go back in time, or like to time machine kind of thing, or would you rather live forever kind of thing? See, but there's the hard part. If I can turn back. See, there's the hard part is you don't know how the world's going to be, and you don't know what's going to be there.
I want to go back to 1955, and I want to go see Marty McFly in 1955. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I'm with Vintage Red. I would go back in time.
Yeah.
See all the people that have dude, I said this in our chat.
Yeah.
All the historical events that you could change by going back in time.
Yeah. Space-time continuum, man.
I'd go back when Dan was 8 years old, and I would hit him in the nuts like he did with me the other day. And then he'd look at me like, "What the fuck?" And I go, "You'll see. Wait about 30 years or so."
Well, we should bring up old pictures.
You tried to get me back. I thought about that the other day.
It's not done yet. I still have time.
What?
Lots of time.
You don't know when it'll come.
Oh, I know. Guy, I'm telling you, I'm terrified of it now. Because after that, I was like, fuck, he can do this like in a week from now, in 5 years from now. I just won't even see it.
The hardest part.
I'll just wait till you're laying on your deathbed. You'll be 102 years old, and I'll go up and go, "Hey, Dan, slap."
Well, yeah, he'll be on.
I'll be honored if we're still going at 102.
You slap him in the nuts and go beep. That's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna knock him right out.
So Love Bunny brings up a good point, though. If we live forever, do we get more problems if we live longer?
Where's Mustache? Where'd Mustache go?
I don't know. He's
not getting some chips.
He's getting his edibles.
Oh, I can go for that right now.
So do we get no? I would think if you live forever, you just live whatever the life is. No additional, no more, no less of problems.
Like I said, I don't want to be like Tom Hanks in Walk the Line. Not Walk the Line. What's that movie called? The Green Mile. I don't want to be like that. That's.
I still say going back would be a lot more fun. You could see people that are dead that you've passed in your family, friends, change historical events.
Yeah, I'd definitely go hang out with my dad back in.
But if you can only go back once, that's the thing.
Oh,
if
just
you can
once?
go back, it's only once. You can't have that because
the
continuum then would just be living forever as well.
But can you come back? Can you come back?
You just have the ability to time travel.
No, but that's the thing. If that's the case, you're time traveling always to when you were alive, and in which case you're never.
But no. You could go back
true.
to see yourself, but you yourself actually still age and die. Like if I say to you, look, I've got arthritis, but I'm going back to 1964 tomorrow. I could still drop dead tomorrow. If I just died in 1964.
True.
What if your young self chose you?
Oh my God. I would talk to my young self and be like, listen, you made some mistakes in your life. Don't repeat them.
Yeah.
What if those mistakes are what made you who you are today?
Good point, Eli. Good point. Okay, so let me ask. If you could go back in time and change one historic event, what would it be?
Meeting Retro. Sorry, was that?
I know what I would have done.
Seriously, there's an answer. Not meeting Retro Mix earlier.
Oh, that's a good way to suck up.
I would have beat the shit out of Jeff Bezos and sold books door to door.
Smart guy.
That's what I would have done. Or invested in Microsoft when there was like
invest in Apple, like Dan just said.
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin, invest in Apple.
I would invest in
not the honeycomb.
Where's the sound bit guy?
Sorry.
Speed bumps.
Guy. Listen, young guy.
Blue shirt guy.
And I'm wearing a blue shirt. I love it.
That's right.
You guys might understand that joke one day. Unfortunately, we're all in on this joke. Yeah.
It's like the fog game. You play one day. Eddie Murphy.
You guys see the movie The Office? Office Space?
I'm
Yeah,
with
it was on a
with you on that one.
Thank
Fog
you.
game, son. It's the fog game. You play one day. No
Play
worries.
one
Fog
day.
game.
You want to eat? You want to eat? Put that there in the barbecue.
That was on yesterday on TV. I think I saw.
Yes, it was.
It
Raw
was
or
good to
delirious?
bring Mike Harding back on camera.
I'm doing
Oh,
some
there he is.
business right now. I'm just doing some business. Give me 1 sec.
Do it. Do your business.
That's why his camera's shaking.
Don't take us to the bathroom, Mike.
Mute the phone. Sounds like it's raining in his basement.
Is he still in the basement?
Yeah, he wants to be in the basement.
He
A
chooses to be in the
He
basement.
wants to be in the basement. So it's so nice down there.
choice.
Yeah.
Choice.
So that mixer, Mike, I found. I gotta get that mixer. That's great. That's a great mixer you got there
That's a fact.
in the trailer.
What mixer?
He has this mixer where
Fuck way around. He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
it's like this 3-channel. It's got 2 mics, 2 mic inputs, and like a 1 stereo input, and it has a USB input. It's like this little small mixer, and it's like $100, and it's like I'm trying to find one. I found it in a place in Montreal, but it's hard to figure out what they were saying on the français because it's all français. I'm trying to remember my French. So
get DJ Buck Roger to help you.
no, I understand it. There's one part of it that I don't understand. So
Eli, one thing here for you, and I know you're not going to do it. That's fine. It's your decision. But on Facebook, there's a massive group of virtual DJ Pro users, and when one has an issue, they put it in there. Other people come in and help out with answers to all the questions.
That's cool.
So that's something.
Toronto doesn't have that because
Toronto does. No, Toronto does.
Because they don't have issues.
Virtual DJ has its own platform online.
Yeah, I know, but it's like a Reddit probably too. But I'm just saying on here, I'm looking at it right now. I happen to be a member of it, and guys are talking about issues that they're having. And I'm just saying, if you want, you can paraphrase your question. I'll put it in there for you and see what answers I get if you want.
Well, here's the paraphrase. I have an old version of Virtual DJ that has an old database.
Just text it to me, and I'll just copy and paste.
All right, cool.
It's late at night. I'm over the age. I start to forget things when I get older.
Mandelbaum.
What the fuck? I heard that today. I saw that.
It's go time. It's go time.
Mandelbaum.
Lloyd Bridges.
Lloyd Bridges.
You were playing your sound bites for Honeycomb, and Eli and I started talking about Mandelbaum and how it was go time, and we kept putting Mandelbaum in the chat, hoping that you would do your best Lloyd Bridges impression.
Dude, I saw it and I totally didn't get it. Josh, that's Lloyd Bridges. Mandelbaum. Fuck, I should have done it.
Say it's go time.
It's go time, Seinfeld. Let's go.
So for anyone that doesn't know what that is, that's from an episode of Seinfeld where Lloyd Bridges was a guest star, and he was always a competitive guy.
My father. My grandfather.
I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I was in the movie Airplane, Great movie. And I was in the movie with my son, and I got blown up, and I died.
So anyway, speaking of Seinfeld is going to be available on Netflix at the end of August.
Which one?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah. I guess even here too. You said right, even all throughout the world.
Worldwide.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of it on Crave. We've had it on Crave here, obviously, for the past 5 years.
You turn it on any night of any day and night of the week. It's on. It's on Fox. It's on all these different channels.
The residuals that guy makes is nuts.
Fair. Yeah, same thing here. Like every night at 11 in the New York area. It's.
I don't make anything. I'm dead. So I don't make nothing.
Thomas, give us some of this guy here.
Mandelbaum. What?
Give us some of this guy here.
Who's that? Who's
Lloyd
that?
Bridges. Casey Kasem.
Oh, that's Casey Kasem. I'm Casey Kasem. America's Top 40. The fucking cat died. I don't want to get. I got to practice that one. I haven't done that one in a while.
I'm gonna do it. It's not good, but I'm gonna do it. He goes, every time I come out of a goddamn
Damn
death
from-
dedication, I gotta go into a birthday wish or something. Goddamn
Oh,
cat
He's playing U2, still haven't found him looking for something like that. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
is Rob on the phone? Can I see those pictures? That's it.
I can just imagine those recording sessions. Like he was
Oh,
probably.
he says, I come out of an up tempo record and I gotta go into a goddamn
Goddamn.
dedication.
Scooby. Yeah. Didn't he do Scooby too?
Oh, he is Scrappy.
He was the Shaggy.
Was he Scrap?
The Shaggy.
Shaggy, was it?
Let's get out of here, Scoob.
That's Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. And his wife, Jean Kasem, was on Cheers and played the new wife of Carla's ex-husband, Nick.
Oh my God. That's a very, very big.
She was on Cheers for a while.
BB Newirth?
Joints?
Jean Kasem.
Was it the guy? It's not the guy who was Dan Hedya, who was in the movie Superstar?
Manabon.
No, he was the guy that played Gargamel in the Smurf movies or the show, I think, though.
Oh, Hank Azaria?
Uncle Smurf.
Oh, no.
Grandpa Smurf, yeah.
He was a creepy looking dude. Carl, I can't even do it.
What a great conversation we're having here.
It is.
Making it more boring. One of the funniest scenes on Taxi. Have you ever seen it when Jim is writing his driver's exam and they're all there hanging out waiting for him to do it?
Yeah.
And so Jim yells out a question. He's trying to get an answer to one of the things on the exam that he's taken, and it's Tony Danza and the other two gentlemen. I forget who it is.
Danny DeVito? Oh, and Jeff, not Jeff, what was his name? Jeff, so he was in Greece. Jeff Conway.
Yeah. So he goes, what does the yellow light mean? And they're like, trying to answer, so they're like, shh, slow down. And he's like, they're trying to keep him quiet, and so they're trying to tell him it means slow down. So he goes, what does slow down?
Christopher Lloyd was way beyond, like way before his prime, right? So
and he just keeps asking the same question even slower. It's genius.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, and he's still around. He's still kicking, and he's still doing movies and shit.
Yeah,
right.
So we officially have nothing left to discuss on our show today.
Yeah, it's never really happened before. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I mean, I don't know why.
Staples, how was your weekend? You never told us how your weekend.
Great question. That's a great question.
Fun filled with my children, Dan.
That's it.
Love it.
There you go.
We did sleepovers. We did virtual sleepovers. We went to the local pool. We had we went out for pizza, and we watched movies. It was just there it is.
That's the one. That's the one.
My dad weekend. This is genius. Can't hear the audio though.
No volume, guy.
Oh, we need that. There's no point.
You gotta reshare and click audio.
Will you be my?
Yeah, it was a good run, Savory. We had a good run.
It's not. You can't hear the audio.
No, guy.
It's time to say.
Oh, hold on. Maybe it's because hold on.
This might be.
Hold on. Tell me you can hear it now.
Toronto. I said it.
You hear it now?
Yeah.
This is classic.
What does the yellow light mean? Slow down. Okay. What? Yellow light mean? Slow down. Okay.
They're done with that.
Fucking genius. Judd Hirsch.
Oh, Judd Hirsch.
What? Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great scene. Not good enough to make Mike come on camera, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
A good one.
Thank you, Mike.
All right.
Dylan.
We right into.
Right into Freddie. Why not?
Also, just a reminder, at midnight or 1 o'clock East Coast time, DJ Bracktune will be live from his nightclub again, broadcasting, doing his thing. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you can go see him, remember you must show proof of vaccination in order to get in the club.
So who's
If
going
you
to
show
go?
if you show like the hole in your arm, does that count?
I'm just glad you added in the arm to that statement. But
Who's going
yeah,
to go?
I think you have to show.
Yeah,
I
and
think
if
you
you
have to show or a copy of, or at least a photograph, I would imagine, of your vaccination card.
and if you tell him that we sent you, he'll buy you a drink.
There you go.
That's right.
But fake vaccination cards is now big business. I know people that have fake. I won't give their names. It doesn't matter. Nobody knows who they
I
are.
know people do.
But they got it. They got the fake vaccination cards just in case.
Eli, we can hook you up.
Shut up.
You got a guy? You got a guy?
What?
Watching Eli on his computer is the equivalent of watching a sleep stream on Twitch. No
It
offense.
really is. I like the ASMR. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually still fucking crazy
Speaking of
tired.
which, guy, when are we gonna play roulette live?
Oh,
Oh, now you've brought it out. Now you brought it out. It's gonna happen right now.
I can't. No, I can't. I can't
No.
do it. No, I can't. Well,
Okay, that's fine. Good. I'm glad. Good. Good.
no, I don't want people to know it's either one of us in the chat. We would have to make up a fake name in order to do so.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll discuss that on the other. Do we want to try some Twitch karaoke one more time before we go?
I don't know. I'm kind of spent. I'm not gonna lie.
We all know I ain't singing shit, so
Yeah, I'm not singing it. I don't even think Mike's gonna sing anything I heard tonight.
Maybe we could sing Love Shack or some Haywire for Tom.
Let's do some haywire.
Do I do
Bad, bad boy.
haywire it up. Haywire it up.
Fucking A.
All right, hold on.
Epic fail is right.
Guy, as you're looking at that, can I show Mike something? Or are you ready to go with haywire?
No, go for it. Go for it.
No, are you ready to go with haywire?
No, I'm searching.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Do it.
You sure?
What is it?
So this is what I found on Amazon.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, look. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, this one is like the pop-up. Which actually, let me click on this one here. There, you can kind of see it. See how it pops up there, right?
Yeah.
So I realized, and this is actually, let's skip the tent for a second, just in general. I realized that going over to Amazon Business is actually a good thing because that you can get invoiced, and you also get they have specials and deals every once in a while for business clients and customers.
Yeah.
So this tent is actually what I bought. As you can see, obviously 114, 25% off is what I got.
This is all our off talk.
So
Nice.
25% with that. Comes with the carrying case there.
Yeah,
You guys all talking
Right, that comes with the carrying case, and of course the
Man, I think Michael got fucked.
yeah. So the only thing that happened though is on Amazon is they shipped it to me, and it is a sturdy and it's a heavy duty, like the bars are heavy duty and everything.
You're heavy.
They
dude.
shipped it to me, but the only thing is the one they shipped was you fucking jerk. They shipped it to me, and one of the legs was bent, but that happened during shipping because it was
see.
but that was only because the shipping, the box was damaged and everything, but the bent leg was just bent a little bit, enough that I complained about it. I don't like it. I was like, nope, I want it brand new, too bad kind of thing. So they're sending me a new one. But guy, I'm telling you, it is a heavy duty one, as opposed to, if I go back here, what I like about that is it's the ones that expand, the ones that pop up, as opposed to the ones that are like
Dinner's ready.
See,
So,
mine's black.
you can
Mine's like the
reveal
black one here.
like the black one. Let me go back to that.
Yeah, but Dan, do you find
the
most
ones-
places when you DJ will just supply it for you?
Yeah.
Yes and no. If
You can bill
see,
it.
the way I see it, I have a lot of people who every once in a while they're asking friends and stuff. It's like, oh, you got a tent, and I also once in a while I do want to use one when I don't have one. For example, when I'm doing ceremonies, the place I was at this past weekend, we were inside on Friday, but usually we're outside. Why not for 5 minutes that it takes to pop that tent up, protect your equipment from the sun?
Pause.
Right?
Pop that tent up.
No, it's a very good. It's a very good idea.
Black, eh?
See, that's a pretty good one too. So
I'm trying to find one that's with the poles though. Pause again. Trying to find one with
tents are hard to come by. At my hotel was trying to get me. I was trying to find a 20 or 25. There's just nothing available in the city until October.
Yeah, everybody's out of because of the pandemic. Everything is fucked up.
So, Mike, see how this one is? How it's the poles that you have to put it together.
yes, that's crap.
So that's why I don't want to sit there putting poles and connecting it to the connectors. I just want to
Fucking forever to
You
do.
want
I just
one
want
that pops up.
spread it. I just want to
Yeah, mine
spread
just
it
spread.
out.
It just pops. Just
That's
goes.
it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my.
All right.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
That's time I'll never get back.
Wait.
Wanted to show the guy. Wanted to let people in the chat know about Amazon Business. Amazon Business is a good thing.
Right.
Is it separate? Is it a separate app that you have to download?
There is a different app for Amazon Business. Yes.
Oh, so if I go into iTunes and just type Amazon Business, I can find it.
Yes, you should be able to. Correct. Yeah.
And
Create a
did you
different
correct-
account. You can get invoiced and everything this way. I think like my business right now, they authorized for up to $5,000 of purchases, so they can ship it to me and they charge it later on, kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. So like 30-day. It's 30-day. What do you call that?
Policy.
Like 30-day.
Oh, but you have to get
30-day
approved.
invoice kind of
You
thing.
have to get approved first.
Nothing about, but it was nothing to do with credit or anything like that. It was just
That's crazy.
They confirmed your business kind of thing. So.
Oh, that's cool. There's a few things I want to buy. So
See, and this is why you're welcome.
yeah, thank you, sir.
He's Avery, because this is why exactly. He says he's been thinking about Amazon Business. Look into it. It's free to do. Exactly. Business.amazon.ca.
I should have called you, Dan, on the way home on Saturday. I could have came and seen you.
Guy,
But you didn't answer
know
your
what?
phone when I tried getting you on Friday anyway. You just ignored
Man,
it.
Guy, on Friday I was at a wedding. That's why.
No, but after you never got back to me.
I have
Yeah,
a rule too.
either.
I have a rule, and my family knows this. Don't ever friggin' call. If I'm at a wedding, I will not answer messages. I will not answer phones.
No, but on
nothing.
Saturday, you didn't get back to me.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
Saturday you messaged me the day before. That's why.
Oh,
And
it's okay.
you're right. And I didn't message you back on Saturday. Same thing with Cats. I didn't. I apologize for that.
No,
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm also not even.
You're busy though. I remember you said you're not going to be around. I remember that conversation.
I heard that conversation. Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
No.
We have the family stuff to deal with and everything, so.
Yeah.
Bad news to report: there was no Haywire's Dance Desire karaoke
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes.
Probably not. Yeah, I can't imagine that being available.
But
I've had them all removed.
But
Mike Harding,
I'm out.
Mike Harding, we have an instrumental if that works for you.
We have a step of it.
You know the words?
No.
I don't have the lyrics.
Desire.
How's the audio?
Okay, we still gotta figure it out.
Wait. How about now?
Good.
Well, I hope you all join me tomorrow
Echo.
morning, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. bright and early Eastern Standard Time.
And now for the worst song ever in the history of mankind.
can you play it just before you raid over to Thomas?
Manabomb.
If you raid over to him, you know.
Manabomb. I'm going to play it.
So, Mike, you're on tomorrow live from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Time.
10 a.m.
And you're
tomorrow
going to
morning.
raid- What's that?
10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to play
Yeah.
the best of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then we're going to raid over to Scotty Fox.
Oh, there you go.
Amazing.
Were you really?
Because he's going to need those 7 people. Sure.
Three of them are bots. Three of them are bots.
I used to like you.
I'm kidding. Come on, please. I streamed. I think Saturday night when I streamed, I had a total of 7 people,
Three of them are bots.
and 3 of them were bots, and the others I didn't really care much for.
Steven Spielberg is hanging out in the chats more than ever now.
Have you noticed Spielberg's been around a lot?
He's getting already. I feel like he bought feet, and that's what. Yeah, exactly, Love Bunny. I feel like he bought feet, and that's what's going on. And Steven Spielberg is now all over the fucking chats.
I've also seen Commander Root. He's been back.
Yeah, he's back.
Commander Root, feet. Steven Spielberg, I think, is the new one. And it's Steven
What did I miss? Who's
Spielberg.
Steven
It's no
Spielberg?
good.
That's a bot, by the way. I found out Steven Spielberg is a bot one.
Of course it is.
Spielberg or Steven Spielberg?
Steal.
It should be a comedian. Actually, I am a comedian. That's not so funny. I think you're better than me. Charles Atlas of the 50s. 1850s? Yeah, that's it. It's go time. Let's see you looking at it. Mr. Man, come on. Pump it.
Pump it.
Right.
Let's go.
Wrong attitude. You're not bringing that trash into my house. There. All right? Step aside, straight. I'll show you. I'm going to take it up a notch. Oh, my back. Somebody call an ambulance. Already an ambulance here for Mrs. Brown. There's room for one more. Mr. Mandelbaum, you should be ashamed. He egged me on. You should be more mature. He's 80. Okay. Tomorrow, Jerry and I will visit Izzy and apologize. This God watch now. He knocks me out of commission. You can strut around in your fancy #1 shirt. And I'll show you who's #1. Mr. Mandelbaum, please. It's go time.
It's go time.
Oh, my back. My back. I can't move. Call an ambulance. The back specialist is supposed to be the best, so if there's anything else I can do, please don't hesitate to try and find my number. Wait. How about that, huh? The world's greatest dad. My son. That's very nice. The best in the world, which means I'm better than just #1. Well, I don't know how official any of these rankings really are. Hi, son. Hi, Daddy.
I can't believe people are still watching this.
This is your son? I got married in high school. Hey, who are you? This is Seinfeld. Oh, you think you're tough picking on an old man? Maybe you'd like to try taking on somebody your own age. You got any kids? Or you think you're better than me? Go ahead. Pick out anything in the room here. I'll lift it up over my head. No one is lifting anything. The television. This one's for you, Pop. It's go time. Oh, my back.
Classic.
Great. That was great.
I mean,
Ooh.
so,
Yeah.
you plug anything besides?
What do you want to play? What do you want to play?
It's 11 o'clock.
Crazy. I mean, I can't believe people are still watching. Are people actually still watching?
It says we got about 21 some odd viewers.
I want mad respect to those people who are watching because you guys are just awesome human beings.
Yeah,
We're 5 of them.
We are 5 of them. Actually, I might watch. Yeah, I guess I am watching on the other channel. So yeah,
Chris hangs out. He's there. That's
great. Wow,
Bunny might
Driz
be
is
there.
the best.
P. Savory, Rose.
Driz K is the best.
all right. So everybody in the chat, just say hello if you're not a lurker, and tell us where you're watching from.
Oh my god, yeah, we need to know that.
We got to do a roll call.
Roll call. Oh, Savory's here too. Wow, man, Savory, you rock too, man. You play it slow. It sounds exactly like you're saying what I think you're saying.
Watch. Here, it's because it's on pitch, so that's why.
That's why.
1 in the afternoon. Dan is still there. Vintage Red from Montreal.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, they were on another raid today again.
Who?
Earlier this afternoon, Honeycomb.
Oh, Honeycomb, yes.
Can't get enough of that sugar, Chris.
Love that sugar.
Rose Rebel, what part of Florida are you in? I don't know why I always thought you were in Canada.
No, I knew Florida. She was in Florida.
She's,
No, I always thought
she's
Rose-
inside of Orlando.
I thought Rose was always from the West Coast.
No, I was in Florida.
Savory.
My bad on that one.
Flea
I might
market.
go see Rose. I'm hoping to go to my parents' place in Florida.
Are they going to go? They're going to leave for Thanksgiving again this year?
They're looking at it, but obviously it'll depend on case counts. You saw my dad when you spoke to him. He doesn't want to stay here. He doesn't want to stay here another winter.
Man. I don't blame. I mean, we had a mild winter, but still, regardless.
Driss K, I was actually born in London, Ontario. True story. Don't ask me where, because it was a long, long time ago, but I was born there.
Really long time.
My guess is the hospital, or no?
Oh, that's exactly where he's from.
My mom is. What?
What happened?
Yeah, I thought. No, I'm not in Montreal. I always thought Rose Rebel was in Canada somewhere.
Nope. Nope, she ain't.
No, I think Vintage is saying that Vintage thought that Rose was from Montreal.
I thought you said.
I thought you said you okay, Spider.
You got me on the pay no mind list, kid.
Yeah, that happened the other day. That happened just yesterday. Nicholas in the fridge. I'm like, "Can I get me a water?" He comes back. I go, "Oh, where's my water?" I started laughing. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "What? What am I, Mirage here?"
I'm on the pay no mind list, kid.
That movie's so funny.
Oh, I can watch it all day, every day. All right, so
Yeah.
let's do a raid. Who did you suggest, Eli?
I said go to Freddie. Why not?
We got Glenn McBride in the chair. I'm DJ Task in Australia as well.
I've been gone for a while.
Picking up some speed.
I
DJ,
mean, I am going to go on. I think I am going to go on.
Well,
go on and we'll raid you.
didn't
No,
Scotty Fox say that he's going on at 11?
Did he say he's going on 11
If
today?
he goes on, then give Scotty Fox a rate.
He's not on right now.
It's always good
5
giving
minutes.
you.
He's going on in 5 minutes.
Okay, let's stretch this out for 5 minutes. What are we going to talk about for 5? Let's talk about that hat of yours. Is that a new hat?
Fuck me.
Whose hat?
Your hat, Brad.
No, I've had
You're
this.
the only one wearing a hat other than me.
No, Bragtune actually mentioned in the chat earlier how many hats do I have that say Toronto on them, and I believe the correct number is
Right.
they're either Blue Jays or Raptors hats. There's no good Toronto Maple Leaf hats anywhere. I'm not talking about remixes versus mashups and edits. Not happening.
No. Oh, yeah, he wanted to talk about that.
Chris, that was awesome. That's awesome.
He was talking about that last week. He wanted to talk. He wanted us to discuss that last week, right?
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, do
Forget
it.
about Driss. Sorry, guy. Forget about you. But can I ask you guys a question?
No
What
offense.
exactly is the difference between an edit and a remix?
Oh, a remix is well, edit and a remix is pretty much the same thing.
But it's
Like,
not.
A re-edit is like you're taking a song and you're altering it and moving things around. But a edit, like just like an actual edit, is really just like a remix.
All right.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
What's your answer then, Staples? Since you seem
I have an
to.
opinion, Marvin. Oh man, shot Marvin in the face. I have no opinion.
Mike?
In terms of an edit, it doesn't matter.
I think anything that's not the exact original version is an edit.
Mike was just so matter of fact. I don't. He basically just told everyone, "I don't want to answer that question."
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Because he doesn't care.
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
doesn't matter what
mashup,
An edit is just editing the original song. A
Right.
remix is when you're adding in more into it,
More elements.
more elements into it.
Right. That is a remix. That's right.
And as I mentioned before, a mash is when you have two songs that you're putting together.
Yes. One song that's got maybe the a cappella into the instrumental, or vice versa. That's kind of what a mashup is.
it-
And I'm not going to lie. I literally
mashed potatoes.
thought of the answer based off of what Mike said. When Mike said his answer, I was like, it clicked in. So
that's what I do.
Mashup.
do
Oh,
it well.
Oh, look who it is!
who?
Retro mix.
In the
Oh, hey. How's it going?
Mike said.
It's like a strobe light.
Strobe light, honey. That's fantastic.
If you're at home, turn your lights off right now at home and just keep the screen on and do it again, Mike. Do it.
Turn your lights off. Sweet.
Everybody turn your lights off and just watch Mike.
Kill the lights.
That's amazing. That would make for an amazing.
He looks like one of the characters that plays Canada in South Park. Hey, where are you going, man?
Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, well, one of them. Like he looks like the Canadian with the head different than the rest of
We
them.
fully lost control of the show. We have fully lost control of the show.
Fucking 6. We had at best we had about 37 people watching, and
well, that's when we had interviews. Then they just. I'm not gonna lie. I'm crazy tired tonight.
Guys, StreamYard says 16.
Because you had such a
we're
long.
at 16 now.
Scotty Fox just went live.
Did he?
It was a long day. Like you're right. It just took a lot.
You had the greatest day of your life. You got this hang out with me at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Let's do that again.
Right through 10 o'clock in the morning till about noon. Then
Wow,
made it over
that's true. Yeah, true.
You spent the day with me.
I really did until at least 4:30, I guess. Right. So
now how was your day? See how we did? That was we did good.
I agree.
So you're saying Mike Harding is exhausting to hang out with? What?
Is that Scotty Fox just went live, and he has more viewers than we have for the last 3 hours.
Well, that's who he is, right?
Scotty Fox just went live, and he has more viewers than we've had a combined for the past.
We've got
since we all started Twitch.
Why don't they have him? Hang on.
All right, so I'm going to raid over to Scotty Fox, Dan, hitting all the buttons and the broadcast.
Can we do it the proper way?
Stuff.
Can we do it the proper way?
Yeah, and he's not even on.
He
is on, he said.
He's on.
Well, he's got a stream start soon.
Oh, well, if he's going to play a countdown, then I'm not even going to bother with him.
Oh, there it is. There he goes. All right, he's live.
So Staples, can we do it where you hit it, then I play the video, and then at the end of the video you hit raid?
Say again now? All right, so let's do
hit the raid, play the video, you hit the raid.
I'm going to go in now. Hold on. Tom's on at noon. Mike Harding's on in the mornings at 10. Dan, when are you going to do a stream?
I'm going to be on Wednesday. I'll do an all request show on Wednesday, and I'll play all of Driss's favorites for him.
What's on Thursday, Dan and Eli and everybody?
It is the Disco Vinny Soul Ray Train.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're rating me, Dan.
I am.
So that means there'll be like maybe 5 people coming over for you. So look forward to that.
I get to rate Scotty Fox, not Scotty Fox, DJ Jaybird.
Oh my God! Yes, fan.
Who's it? You're rating Jaybird.
Jaybird's
rating me. I'm rating Eli. When are you on? Are you on earlier in the day?
Yeah, I started off.
You're starting off. Yeah. Michael, are you in?
For what?
On Thursday.
No, he's not doing it.
The raid trade? He hasn't said anything about it.
So. Yeah.
He sent me a message when I was out with Mike today.
Right, Eli, you started at 1. Dan, what time are you on?
I think 6 p.m.
6. I'm on at 4. Tom, are you in it or no?
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah, he's at 7. I rate him.
Oh, right on. So it's me, Jaybird, Dan, and Tom, like in a bulk, and then Eli starts it off, kicks it off the train at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So check that out. All right, fam. So I'm going to raid over to Scotty Fox. What the fuck?
We're all just dropping shit tonight.
Dan, do I just hit the start raid train now?
Yeah, just start the raid.
Start. Hang tight. Hang tight, everyone. Have a good one.
On the viewers. 9, 10 viewers. 12.
Wait till the video's over. Say bye, though, guy.
Bye, guy. Thanks, everybody.
Honeycomb.
Yeah.